essentially eviscerated by lots of tiny little velociraptors.
Except for me.
Yeah.
And then ran into a priest that transformed into a wereboar.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Something changed with our character sheets?
No, you look in the upper right. You're in the
here we are, core.
Gear. Hit core, yeah.
There we are. I was in the gear for some reason.
Yeah, I might have. I was setting it for everyone, and it might have kept you there.
Somebody tell me the experience total.
302.5.
Thank you. Okay, so that was correct.
Your next level is going to be at 900, just so everyone knows.
All right. So yeah, we ran away from the forest. Where are we on the map?
You're pretty much in the same hex, because each hex is 10 miles.
Fair enough.
And so you can keep going, and now that it...
So which hex are we in, actually?
The first
make
hex.
it to the mine, or...?
No.
You're pretty much outside the mine. You're in between Fort Beluarian and the mine.
Okay, got it.
And so if you travel... Yes, you were able to rest after running away.
Then yeah,
so we're at full health.
Continue.
Yep, full health. You have your hit dice back if you spent it. You have 2 hit dice now because you leveled up. That's good too. So, continuing on.
Yeah, let's go.
Fast. 2 hit dice. 2.
Okay. Afternoon of the 3rd day. You arrive at the mine. Nothing jumps out at you. So, you're all there. What do you wish to do? And just a reminder, you had been told the mine essentially works by you license out for a day the ability to mine, and you get to keep what you find.
Going to search for a foreman.
You will find one quickly. You will gruffly say, "What do you want?"
They would like to mine the mine.
Well, everyone always does. Do you have the money?
What's the cost?
15 gold a day per person.
You guys want to stay behind while I go mining, or...?
I've got 8 gold.
Looks like that's the case.
Well, sounds...
Of course. We are, 20 miles of dangerous jungle away from Fort Beluarian and even further from the port. If you have something that could grease my hands, I might be able to let a few more of you in.
I cast grease on his hands.
You're not a wizard.
I know. Also, my computer is going crazy again. Give me 1 minute.
Alright. Well, until he gets back. Anyone else wish to do anything?
From your channel.
We don't really have, I have no money or any kind of, anything.
I have what? Okay, so wait. We paid how much? I remember I had 3 gold, and then I just immediately paid it towards something. I forgot what it was.
It was for the Raincatcher, most likely.
Oh, the Raincatcher, yeah, that's right.
Or just your debt to...
No, I won
to
money
Mr.
off
Halstead.
in the first place, so
I take it you guys don't want to just wait around while I go and mine things, huh?
Nah.
I mean, we could play cards, I guess.
I was going to propose to the foreman that he can just take a percentage of my findings.
People always say that, and then they're not worth the time.
Yep. Anything, is there anything you want in particular? Maybe we can bring you something that might trade for a day's worth of mining?
Really, I just need to make sure we're well supplied, and I don't want to send out a scout to the fort and have them be eviscerated by dinosaurs. If you give me a day's worth of supplies per person, I'll let you all in.
Ooh.
So there's 5 of you, 5 days supplies.
So literally, it would
4
take...
days and then the gold.
Well, hold on. It would literally take 1 day off of our current supply trip, right?
Yes.
Total. I think that's a fair trade for all of us to go and mine for a day.
Yeah, right.
So you have a deal, Foreman?
He will spit in his hand and reach out to shake. Apparently, Halstead seems to be the leader of the group.
I'll spit my hand and shake it in turn.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Only the foreman gets to.
You fool!
Everyone knows Foreman speak, he pretty much just said you fucked his mum.
Foreman speak?
You call yourself
is that where he tells you he's gonna kick your ass?
How many times do we have to teach you, old man?
Anyways, so you can all gain access to the mine, and pretty much you can mine until the next day, or however much time is left, and then set out in the morning.
Cool.
So, what is that check you get advantage on? It's like
It's stone
investigation
cunning.
for stone cunning?
It's intelligence history.
Intelligence history. Well, you can either give me that, or like a investigation,
see.
or a strength check.
So, well, it's the origin of stonework. I don't know if that means mining or not.
I kind of figure I want to give you some bonuses, because
Okay.
origin
So-
of stonework is a very narrow band
So
of things.
With this check, we add it's our history skill.
How about
and we
this?
Double our proficiency bonus to the check.
Yeah, give me one of those to see if you can find a good site
Like a
to
vein.
mine. Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
what's the, I didn't quite catch all what Will said. What's the rule?
We're
Knowledge
dwarf
history.
rolling.
Dwarves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone can do a knowledge history, they just get double proficiency to it.
So it's +4, right?
Yes.
All right. And then
Does
what's
that
the
mean
rule
if you
after-
had knowledge history, you'd have triple proficiency?
Oh, but we're also considered skilled in it. Does that do anything?
That's what I'm wondering. I know, I think it's you're skilled and you get double proficiency, so
So
plus
skilled
4.
is yeah. Okay.
So 15 or 6.
God damn it, Ron, you and me. Oh,
It wasn't actually advantage, it's just double proficiency.
Oh,
Yeah. So that
Okay,
it's like that,
never
right?
mind.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
Will.
14, 6, 8. Will, you can find a decent vein. Everyone else is kind of lollygagging and saying, hey, look at this rock I found. When
gonna
I say
look at
go,
this
Have you
rock
know
I
I'm
found.
searching the best I can.
when I say
That was a
go,
big
be ready
rock.
to throw.
Mine him, not me.
But you find a decent enough vein. So now give me, I guess it would be strength checks. There's no real profession skill, right?
I transform into a bear.
No.
You mine better.
Also, that's a strength save.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
I
it's
guess
not.
I'm
they're
not
kind of
rolling
similar. It's
strength
fine.
save, so
So 15,
I'm
11,
a
19.
zero, so
Yeah, that's the
I have
roll
a zero
anyway,
strength,
right?
so just roll a d20.
Okay. 19.
Meanwhile, Will, how confident are you in are you in healing? Like,
Not really. Like, I even got less competent now that I took my circle.
I can
Okay.
I can try to help you with healing.
all right,
Like,
in that
I have
case,
a
I guess
healing
I'm taking
spell
cure
prepared.
wounds.
Yeah, like I have a healing spell prepared, but that's it.
Yeah, I mostly, I guess my question is, should I take cure wounds as one of my spells?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Also, am I rolling too, or did I?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
everyone
mining.
can roll.
Yeah,
strength.
fuck it, like you're not.
Yeah, but you want to add your strength mod to that, so that's
Yes,
13
so if you just
plus
click strength, you can. Okay. Okay, so I've done various calculations. So, Jordan, you find a pretty damn good iron vein. You mine about 19 gold worth from it.
Nice.
Will, you flub up and chip off minor flakes, but with your stonecraft and strength check, you're able to get about 6 golds worth.
Yay.
Likewise, Ron, your strength kind of takes you through. You don't find too many veins, but what you get from it gets you about 10.
Too
And
strong.
Jacob gets a pretty decent haul, similar to Jordan's. He gets 19 gold.
Not bad.
All right.
The
That
grand
almost
total, if
made
you
up
want to
for the
pull
rid-
up.
Hold
Operation.
on. Did I not mine?
Oh, did you not
Didn't
roll a strength?
No, yes, I did. My strength mod is
18?
plus 0.
You got an 18.
Oh, 18. I see it there. I'm used to all these other people. Like, now that I'm used to the look of the clicking rolls, I don't
Yeah.
see the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a very good strength check, though. So, Tom hits the mother load. He gets 24 gold worth of iron.
Nice.
Ding.
And you get the
Wow.
feeling that that's about as much as you could have mined with how well you did on your strength check to break the vein.
Did we just get upstaged by a goblin?
Okay, we'll just leave him here.
Who is
No,
Will?
go to
We'll
Dragon
never
Hunt.
have to know.
Ah, we break his neck at night, right?
Well, you know, we're hill dwarves. I mean,
Ah, that's true.
unless this was a bank of clay, I don't know how much we would.
Remind me afterwards to discuss with the group Will's certain casual racism he mentioned earlier. I feel like it's not pertinent to mention that on stream, but that That was an interesting discussion about the nature of Dwerger versus hill dwarves.
I just wanted to transform into something strong.
Right Enlarge is just so cool of a spell.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Yes. Anyway, so you're done with the mine. It's now a new day.
Yay.
And he'll buy the iron off of you for the
You feel
cost.
brand new
So
day?
that was you said 24 gold?
Yeah, you got 24.
And during the day or during the night, I'll set up the water catcher.
And he's going to look at your group and be like, "None of you are from around here, are you?"
Nope.
I'll shake my head.
How could
Not
you
many
know?
hills.
Let me guess, you didn't talk to anyone in the port, and you just set off to get a writ and go trolloping through the jungle.
To be
Well,
fair,
Troll
We
King's
had
a-
a
That
chat
about
with a
sums it
couple
up.
of people.
Troll
We
King's
killed
a,
some raptors.
some raptors
Yeah,
killed
you're
us.
also going to get murdered by various deadly encounters in the jungle, not the least of which is getting lost, but usually you folk hire a guide of some sort.
The goblin said he wouldn't get lost.
Yes, getting lost is the least of your worries. There are all sorts of death traps in this
Speaking
jungle.
of death traps, is there some sort of story about a cleric who could transform into a something?
Werebore.
Werebore?
We've heard tales of a man who stole the vestments of a priest, but we don't deal with jungle encounters.
Jungle justice.
There is none.
Fair enough.
So actually, real quick. There's where you track your gold. Okay. So.
Is there anybody in the camp that maybe fit as a guide?
Not here. Maybe at the fort, and most likely in the port.
Perhaps on our
Yeah.
way back to the fort after our first expedition, we should go and see what we can do. For the tip, foreman.
Agreed.
Just
Good
mad 'cause I
question.
spat on my hand.
This is a little bit. I just need to know this because I'm not sure where this is in the layer. You on the map, you see the yellow and the dark orange zones, right? Like to the
We
south
see
of the
where it
fort.
says
Yeah, that's where you said
creek.
the undead were, right?
Just making sure. I couldn't tell because it's kind of transparent on my screen and it looks like the GM overlay look. So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
So our path is leading us to, like the first of those hexes.
Yeah.
Since we're one day short on supplies.
Your rain catcher can get you. How much was the max?
It was
lot of
1
water.
gallon.
It was like 8 gallons a night, or right?
Okay.
No, I think
Yeah,
it was
so it was like-
1 day
It was
worth.
1 day's worth for
Yeah.
everybody here.
I can always check it. They have it as a list for a new item for this.
Are you just giving me 6 gold?
Well, since I still owe for the ribs.
Oh. Okay, that's interesting to know.
I'll take your 6 gold and say call it even.
Okay, so when have you all finished that? Are you gonna set out again?
Let's continue south.
Okay.
Yes.
So south, it sounds like I'm gonna get rid of move the line a little. I'm gonna start marking like a X for what square you're currently in. So you're moving towards that one. So let's take care of that real fast.
Okey-doke. Good thing we're never lost.
Thank you, Ranger.
Okay, so now you're entering the jungle proper. You're in that square. Do you want to head south, southwest? Which hex do you want to go to next?
Oh, I see.
In fact, I'm going to do this to make it easier. Although, I might want to do a better shape because when I select that, it just becomes a horrid mess.
Yeah. It's putting 2
There.
lines together.
No, even that, like, maybe I
Do
should
you want to
zoom
just get
in.
a token or something?
That might be the best.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's a good token?
How about the good old skull and crossbones for luck?
Yeah, but I have all these tokens that are built in. Use one of those. Let's see. Sure, that works. or it's not going to place. Not even that, like, when it's... Is this? Okay, no, it's... Technically, you can kind of move. It's strange. Usually, I think there is a way to make the map into hexes, but I'm not sure how it's going to work. It's just this map is so large, anything you select is going to have a ridiculous amount of boxes around it. You might just have to draw and delete constantly. So you're currently in the one above this. Here. So, a day goes by, and nothing really seems to harm you during the day. But overnight, you're all swarmed with insects. Not like a swarm, but...
Like mosquitoes. And
yes.
Mosquitoes, yeah.
So everyone give me a Constitution save.
I knew we should have picked up a bug net.
Okay. So
13.
13, okay.
Saves.
So when I say like a stat save, that means you click on it.
Oh.
You don't get advantage on that, I don't think.
No, I just click. I just.
He's in the
You clicked on
advantage form.
Constitution instead of the Constitution save.
Well, it's fine, but... Okay, so Tom feels the egg coming on.
The egg?
Egg.
That's a disease, isn't it?
Yes.
Can I roll medicine to determine what it is?
Go for it.
I was about to do the same.
As was I.
19 and 21.
19 and 21, you can definitely recognize it.
It's womblosis.
It's shivering sickness.
It's malaria.
Essentially. You know that once symptoms begin, he's going to be very weak. He's not going to be able to heal while sleeping, and he's going to have a very hard time regaining hit points from hit dice spending. And also, he's going to have disadvantage on just about everything but saves.
So how do we get...
He has to wait it out.
Ooh.
It's usually
What's the
like
average duration of egg?
I'd say this is kind of metagamey knowledge, but every night he's going to check again.
Fair enough.
However, you know that insects are so prevalent that unless you get some way to stop them, you're all going to be making this check every night.
Yeah,
Okay.
we better get some bug nets.
Now roll me a history or intelligence,
You got it.
because this
Why
is
you gotta
long
make me
enough
roll my
ago.
weakest?
Both or just
Oh
one?
my god.
A history
19
is intelligence.
history.
I am
19.
bombing these rolls tonight.
20.
God
You remember
damn you.
going through the Port Nyanzaru and Fort Beloarian, various merchants had giant blocks of goop that were said to repel insects.
I had a feeling there was something like that.
Is
I
there
wasn't sure how
survival?
in-depth this was going to go, so I didn't even think of it getting, like, bug nets or bug repellent.
There
It is a
survival?
jungle.
See if I can find a local
Yep,
remedy.
no, makes sense.
Like something around us.
Maybe something that would work in the short term, but nothing that would reliably work throughout the entire...
Well, I was
Right.
thinking.
Is there, like, a knowledge nature to go, like, oh, look, if I take some of this plant or sap from this tree, I can, you know...
That's literally what he just said.
I didn't catch the nature part. I apologize.
But yeah, so you guys can roll nature or survival, whichever you wish.
Oh, God.
25.
25, you can find enough to get you back to Port Nyanzaru.
Okay, so we can scrap them
Yeah.
together.
All right.
And then
Meanwhile,
from there, you can get
malaria.
Port
Yep.
Nyanzaru, from here to there, a straight line would be about
about
we have
6
5.
days.
6 days.
Let's say 5, because remember the last
we don't
day
even
is...
have the supplies for that. We have to get to
Oh, but we have to go
Malaria
around
first.
again, don't we?
There's usually like boats that'll
Wait, yeah.
travel along the... You can charter a boat for some amount of gold to go back into Port Nyanzaru from
So
there.
why don't we start heading that way then?
Or
Sure.
to the
Are we
fort.
going to cut through the forest? I thought, wouldn't it be easier to just make our way to Beloarian and then be outside the forest?
Maybe, but maybe we'll find something neat on the way over here.
Like
We
more
have enough
malaria.
supplies to go through the
We have
forest.
supplies against malaria.
That's
There's
true,
supplies.
but other
Supplies
things
against
might cause
malaria,
it.
Yes, but do we have supplies to get through each of the days that it takes?
Will has create water.
And we have the water catcher.
Okay.
That's good for water. I guess food is with water.
I would
guess.
assume anything we fight, we kill and eat.
Well, it's just
Pretty
yeah,
much,
okay.
yeah.
Velociraptor.
makes sense.
It's also food. You can survive for a lot longer without food than water. Water is the most pressing issue. Also, survivals for like checks. Also, survival for gaining water in here. Tom, you're a ranger. You can roll the survival. You know that most sources of standing and running water are going to be infested with parasites.
Yep.
It's bad. It's bad business, boys. And I should know. I have malaria.
The most pertinent one you know of are throat leeches.
Ooh.
Throat leeches.
Yes.
Excellent.
They're as terrifying as they sound.
All right. Well.
But yeah. So what path do
don't
you want to
drink
take
the
back
water,
to?
gentlemen.
Yes. Do not drink any water at all.
Yep.
Don't drink the water in the pools. Get some good hot rainwater. That's right, hot water.
I mean, it probably is. This is probably humid as all hell and like
Oh, yeah.
90 degrees. But, so, draw me a path. I'll delete this one.
I'm still up for a straight line right through to Port Netanyahu.
So,
Port
like,
Netanyahu.
That's
Oh my
to
God.
Benjamin Netanyahu.
Why are we going to see the Israeli Prime Minister?
We're going to Israel, boys.
He owes me.
I haven't
Ooh.
gone on birthright yet. So,
Birthright
so
sounds like
what?
field
Just
trip,
like,
but so
oh,
much
God
worse.
damn it! I don't want to draw a rectangle.
I still agree that
So what? Just like straight through here?
And if you do that, that would be, I think, 6 days. Ooh, don't want
Yeah.
fog of war. The measuring.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I'd like
You
to go.
also know, though, because remember, once you're out of the jungle, you travel at double speed. You can get out of
Yeah,
the jungle
that's-
here in 3 days, and then it'd be 1.5. So the fastest way would be to just cut straight out of the jungle and then follow the coast.
That's what I was thinking before.
No, you said to go to
Plus,
Fort
you get the
Belawarian
was-
and go all the way
Because
back.
that's what Will wanted to do.
Ron,
And
I
everybody
already
else was
have
like,
malaria.
no,
I
so I
don't
thought
eat
that's
crap.
what
What?
everyone
No,
was
I
going to.
drew a marker, a distance marker that said, let's go straight through the jungle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear.
And so I drew a line for it.
So,
Yeah.
all in
No,
favor
Jordan,
of straight through the
he said that
jungle,
everybody
go.
thought you wanted to go here first. See that?
That's what I wanted to do, but nobody else
Yeah.
opposed to what you wanted to do, so that's what I thought we wanted to do. So I
Yeah.
drew the line for us. If people want to go out of the jungle, though, we can do that too. But nobody said anything, so I thought mine was just sort of.
I think we should.
Have you gotten out of your systems? Which way do you want to take? Sounds like there are 2 open options, really.
I want to go out and around. That
Yeah.
is my
It's
Out
one
and
for out
around.
and around. Everyone else?
I'm going straight. I would vote for straight 3, but if they go out and around, I will follow.
Okay. Well, out and around, will take you like 1.5 less days if you go straight out from where you are to the coast.
Not
That's
to mention
3,
we got
and
rid
then-
of one whole day's worth of supplies, so.
Also,
Venture.
Ron.
well,
Jacob.
whichever way you go,
Hmm?
you're
What
going
now?
to this
Ron,
hex
Jacob.
first. So.
We need input.
I'm all for out and around. The
Okay,
shorter
sounds like
trip.
that's 3 at
Yeah,
this point anyways,
getting
so.
On malaria, it seems like the best
So,
option.
the day starts. Whoever is your guide, give me a survival check.
I believe
Who
that's
is our guide?
Tom. right?
Probably
Maybe
you,
that's
Tom.
You, Mr. Ranger.
You can
Mr.
have
I never
advantage
get
on this
lost.
for your advantage, but roll twice. Well, okay, let me find out. It's one of 2 DCs. I don't want to say anything before I.
Can I give a second opinion?
Yeah, can I roll?
No, there's no giving
chose
second
our
opinions,
guide. Yeah, okay,
unfortunately.
fair enough.
Maybe I shouldn't be the guide if I'm ruling this badly.
Okay. You all are lost.
Wait.
The hell.
So are we
So-
just retconning out the part where rangers just don't get lost?
Well, you're in the jungle now. Something is affecting you. You're better at it than other people because you have advantage, but you're not immune to it.
Well, I guess I also.
So you
have-
travel for a day. And you arrive out of the jungle at a mountain.
Oh, we went the opposite direction.
It seems to be, although you're not sure exactly where.
All right.
So now, next day starts. Well, let me figure out the nighttime as well. Okay. The next
Can I
day
roll
starts.
can I roll my con save?
Yes, go ahead and roll the con save for the shivering fever. You are still shivering. Oh, that would actually cancel out. Give me 1 survival check right now. Okay.
Why are these in? Why,
So
why
you
are
know
these
you're
numbers
in
grayed
this
out?
one here. So now you can travel properly.
Okay.
So-
First off, why Why are these numbers grayed out? Oh,
That's because you're on advantage, most likely.
Oh, okay. That's nifty. All right. So I'm still Malaria, but I have my bearings.
Yes. And so now you're gonna head back onto your path.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless anyone has any arguments.
I'm just gonna copy and paste this because apparently I have to roll this quite often.
No arguments over here. Go ahead.
Nope.
Okay.
Make a macro then.
It's fine this way. But
Alright.
so you get to here, you know where you are, you're back where you started. You go to sleep, but during the middle of the night.
Actually, hold on. I don't have advantage on this, so that's an 8. Unless I do have advantage on the con save.
I think you have
No.
disadvantage, or you don't have it on.
You don't have it on saves. You don't lose anything on saves.
Okay.
That'd be terrible if you had to save while having permanent disadvantage. Yeah,
Be a
I could
messed
see
up
it,
kind of
but
thing.
okay. Okay. What's everyone's passive perception?
13.
Let's see.
Passive perception.
Tell me if you have less than 11.
12.
11.
Okay. Does everyone have more than 11?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You all notice as something comes. I think the dice rolls are trying to murder you all. Quite
You're telling
honestly.
me.
But 3 things emerge from the underbrush, clicking and clacking.
Is there a reason why I can't zoom the map out?
Survival to identify.
Go for it.
Oh, there it goes. It caught up.
17.
Pretty obvious what they are.
Oh.
Oh, hey,
They're more
Scorpions.
raptors, aren't they?
No,
Great big scorpions.
With that,
Oh, Jesus.
19.
Scorpions.
you know that they obviously have a sting. That sting is incredibly dangerous. Like, a sting would probably bring one of you down instantly. And then it can also claw you twice with its beady little claws.
Beady little claws.
Yeah, I kind of
Love the metaphor.
Yeah. You also know that one of these is stronger than your party as a whole. So 3 of them might be an issue.
Fleeing.
You do know that they're pretty fast.
Oh.
But they're not very perceptive. So there's all sorts of underbrush. You might be able to hide from them.
So do they see us right now?
They see you right now because you made camp. They essentially stumbled onto the heat source.
Got it.
So now let's go with initiatives.
So I get a disadvantage on initiative, right?
No, because I don't believe it's a it's not like a check or anything. It's
so I get advantage on initiative.
For some reason, my initiative didn't get sent to the turn.
Yeah.
taker.
All right.
Wow.
Turn order.
So I think at this point it's literally everyone gets to go, then the scorpions go. So we can make this kind of quick.
So quick question here. Let me roll my other initiative. But how do I link my character sheet to the token?
It should be automatically.
No, I think it's because it's an old character, like it's the old last turn kind of thing. Like it just didn't go.
Oh, for the turn order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible.
Alright, so how about this?
Oh, it's everyone's default token looks like it got disconnected.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna set that for everyone real quick.
Okay. Delete the one I just made then.
Oh no, just Ron's was... Oh no, yours wasn't attached either, so those 2. Everyone else?
Then I'm gonna roll.
He needs it too?
Yeah. So 19 for my initiative.
Literally, you guys go, then they get to go. They rolled a 2. I think everyone else has enough
what about
bonuses.
Jacob, who rolled a 2?
You rolled 3, didn't you?
No, I
you
rolled
got
2.
Oh, what's your bonus? To be
You
fair,
rolled
usually...
1 and then got +1 to it.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
they both have +1. Oh, I see it there, yeah. It was Ron that got a 3. Yeah, roll off. So just roll a d20. Okay, you'll go first.
Yay.
Alright,
Huzzah!
so they go first, then we go first.
No, we
No.
go first.
The other way around, yeah, herder.
Alright, so
I believe I'm still first though.
I believe so, yeah. It essentially goes you, Will, Jordan, Ron, Jacob.
All right, let me read. I need to read up on something regarding my ranger real fast, because I don't know if I get advantage on them as it's not a surprise round, but I believe I get advantage on them if they haven't acted yet.
That's if you're attacking them.
Yeah.
Are you going to attack them?
No. I am a sick little goblin. Okay, so, can I take a look and see if there are any hiding places nearby with the perception?
There are all sorts of them. It's not drawn on this map because it's kind of a generic one, but you're in essentially a jungle right now. You can just hide behind a tree, climb up one, what have you.
Okay. In that case, what about low things like underneath?
There are shrubberies and undergrowth.
Okay. I'm gonna try and
more like moss and lichen than shrubbery, but
I'm gonna try and find something that doesn't involve me climbing. So what would that
That's
be?
fine. It would be a
bad
stealth.
memories from your last character, eh?
You can just kind of go wherever. There's enough stuff around that you can just hide wherever you want on this map.
All right. So that would be survival or what?
Just move where you want and then stealth.
Oh, stealth. Okay, that's my roll. I just want to make sure I knew what my roll was. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't lose the movement, do I?
No.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and then stealth.
Go for it.
I actually have a pretty decent modifier on this.
Remember to... Okay, 20. Excellent. All right, next up is William.
And just, like, not die of fever.
Surprisingly enough, the fever itself it's impossible for it to kill you. There are other diseases here that could, but...
Can I roll survival for my hiding? Try to...
You can maybe do a survival to get yourself an advantage on your stealth, but...
21.
Okay, with a 21, I'll give you advantage on the stealth.
Alright, so let's see if I do this right. So stealth.
And so you can click that advantage button.
Yep, 20.
20, alright. You're pretty well hidden too. Do you want to move anywhere, or do you just want to hide where you are?
Oh, I can move my movement, yeah?
Yes.
Yep, that's what I did.
25 is over there. I'll go over there.
Okay. Next up, Jordan. Avdol.
Okay, so is there like a tree I can try climbing 25 feet south of where I am?
Certainly.
Okay,
it's the jungle.
Give me a climb.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then a strength check, I'm guessing, to climb a tree?
Climb doesn't work like that. Climb subtracts from your current movement. So you use 25, so you have nothing left to climb the tree.
Oh, okay, got it. So then I'll subtract 10. And then
that's fine.
Climb 10 feet up a tree. Okay, strength.
It should be in athletics, but
you
rolled enough. You can climb up 10 feet easily.
Cool. Sweet.
Okay. Yeldrin.
Ron.
I'm going to try to also pretty much do what everyone else is doing and try to run.
And fuck off.
Yeah, so survival and stealth, I think.
Go for it. See if you can get advantage on your stealth.
Nope.
That's not good enough for that, unfortunately. But go ahead and move them where you want to.
No, I'm just going to bugger off with my 35 movement speed.
Yeah. Run. Make the commotion.
There we go.
Okay. And last, Jacob.
Is there yet another nearby tree that I could possibly climb?
There's trees everywhere.
Yeah, so pretty much just go where you want. You can say 10 feet.
You guys don't think these are Chulian jaguar scorpions?
Jaguar scorpions.
I'm vaguely curious as to what a jaguar scorpion would be.
It's just a jaguar with a scorpion's tail.
Oh, that's what you mean. Jaguars well known for climbing trees? I don't know my... Alright.
Yeah.
It looks like a claw shrimp attack.
That's how they hunt, and they also drag their carcasses up the tree line so they can hide it from other predators.
And then you said athletics check?
Yes, athletics. That's not good enough to climb the tree. So you fall down and you're at the base of the tree.
Shit.
So now, let's see what happens.
Are those your final words? Shit!
What?
Fucking trees!
Tell you, man, dwarves mortal enemy.
He's not a dwarf.
I know, but we can sympathize.
You're both
That's true.
dwarves with skin conditions. That's what it
Okay.
is. One looks a bit green, the other
So,
looks a bit red. They
Let's
caught
roll. Let's
something
roll
in the
some
jungle.
perceptions.
Okey-doke.
Okay, that first one just completely misses
you.
all of you and just
No, it's
wanders
rolling
off.
perceptions.
Oh,
Next one is pretty well. It's going to notice you and start investigating. It's not going into attack yet because it's not sure if you're tasty enough yet. And then the last one, it just it goes away.
Wow, that's not very smart. Guys,
No,
think we can
it's-
take one.
It stings itself.
So you have one investigating you. So
Alright,
back to the
so-
top. So
Me,
Dram Dram.
I am.
and it hasn't actually noticed you. So if you wanted to, you could get a surprise round on it if you wanted to.
Am I able to tell if this is the one that can just kill someone instantly?
It's got a stinger.
Its sting, you know, its poison is quite potent. Quite potent to the point that a lesser man would die instantly from being stung by it. Although to be
well-
fair, what can't kill a commoner instantly?
A stiff breeze can kill a commoner instantly. But let's see. I'm just gonna stay where I am. I'm too sick to do anything right now.
Okay, so you're gonna delay. Halstead?
Let's see here. I don't think I can slow it down to entangle if its strength is really that high. So I will throw an ice knife at it.
Okay. Ice knife it is. So
Uh,
that means roll to hit first.
Yep.
for the
and
D10
that's
piercing.
+5.
That'll
9.
miss, but it'll still make a dex save. Give yourself advantage, actually, because it hasn't
Okay.
noticed you.
And
That still will miss, but it fails its dex save. So,
So
it
that's
takes
2d6
2d6 cold.
6 damage.
6 damage. And with that, it's going to shriek, and it notices you hidden in the brush there.
And as a bonus, I'm going to turn into a bear.
Okay, so you are a bear now. Should I
I'm
get a
just
bear
bear
token
now.
for you?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
I'll use red for my health.
Okay. That's fine.
For bear health.
I'm also large, so should I get
Oh,
bigger?
yeah.
or-
There you go.
Oh, bear.
Avdol, you're up.
Okay.
You're 10 feet in a
quick-
tree.
Yeah. Am I like hanging on the tree or am I?
I'd say
like,
you could
on
have found a branch.
Okay, cool. So, would it be possible if from this branch I could just fire an Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, you have vision. You can absolutely
Yep,
do that
cool.
as long as it's within range.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I have 120-foot range.
Okay, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. And bada boom.
D20, yep. 6 will miss,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
definitely.
Nice try. Yeldrin, you're up.
Just trying to think this through. Okay, yeah. So need to double check what this does. Do-do-do. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go up to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack it,
Okay.
or at least try to. 13 to hit.
Your short sword will bounce off of its carapace.
All right, and then I'm going to do an unarmed attack,
Okay.
which misses. And
Yep.
so my next action is to say bugger and go expend a. Actually, no, I can't do that. Shit. I would have had to do the bonus action to do dodge to expend a key point
Okay.
instead of a bonus action to do
The
an attack.
the unarmed attack. Boink.
Interesting. Oh well. Well, that was my mistake.
Okay.
So like
Well.
delaying in 5e is do I
You can just come
knock
back
your turn?
whenever. So if you want to come back in now, you can.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow. So what happens if you have disadvantage and advantage?
If you have both,
become
they
normal.
cancel out. So just roll regularly.
Okay. In that case, normal. I'm gonna shoot with my longbow from where I am.
That is absolutely fine. Go ahead. 21 will hit. So
All right,
go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
roll
kick
damage.
I'm gonna kick in Fury of the Small to deal 2 extra damage
Is it per 1 point of damage per size category higher?
per level, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
So you
When
could
damage
Fury of the
creates an attacker
Small
spell
to a
that
tiny
creature has stronger
creature.
than yours. You can cause an attacker spell to deal extra damage to that creature. The extra damage equals your level.
I see. All right, so
And
go ahead and
then
click on that to roll damage, and then I can add 2 to it. So 5.
Yep.
Your arrow.
For some reason, I rolled a 0.
Oh, you never. That's literally just your dex. You never added a damage to your
I
table.
See it. Yeah, I see it. Okay, and that's
You digital dummy.
All right, let me look up the damage real quick, but I'll get you. I think it's a D6.
Longbow is D8. Shortbow is D6.
Okay, then
Go ahead and roll that again.
I'll just roll D8.
Yeah.
Welp.
So 4, 6 total damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You've come back in there, so I'll put you on the initiatives between them.
And I will fix my longbow damage. So that's not
Xerax,
stupid anymore.
your turn.
Well, with Yeldrin running in, defeated the purpose of
Might
my
as
plan.
well.
I didn't run in. Oh, that's Yeldrin. Okay, my bad.
Let's see. If I like did my breath weapon at the brush in front of it, just as like more of an intimidation, how would that work?
That might not work. You could roll an intimidation if you wanted to.
Piercing, yeah.
But this thing is not a very... Actually, it's fairly wise. You might be able to, like, frighten it.
Just because, like, you said it was drawn in by the heat, I was thinking of making a big, like, fire patch to freak it out or confuse it.
You could do that, I would say. And you would get, I'd say, advantage on an Intimidate check versus it. Is Intimidate a 5e skill? I'm so used to Pathfinder.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'd say you could make a check.
It doesn't have a lot of the stuff that Pathfinder allows it to do, but
I'd say you could try and intimidate it to give it disadvantage on its turn. If you use the breath for that.
Okay, so how would I roll that?
So just roll an intimidate with advantage. So you click the advantage on your character sheet, then click on intimidate.
Got it.
So 15. Now it's going to roll an opposing wisdom. It'll fail, so it'll have disadvantage on its turn, which will happen now. So all of these attacks will be with disadvantage, so we'll go with the smallest amount on these rolls. So it's going to kind of clatter up and claw at each of you once. So here's a Yeldrin claw. So an 8.
Oh, it even tells you all these other wonderful things about it.
Yes. And then at Xerax, a 10.
Miss.
Okay. So now, the
tail.
big Xerax, the tail is going to try and sting you.
Oh god.
A 6.
Thank God.
Yeah,
that was going to be a crit, wasn't it?
No, it would be green if it was going to be a crit. I kind of don't want it giving away all the information, but I guess you would have known, but... Oh well.
There might be a configuration for that.
Maybe if it's something you really want to keep hidden from us, you'll just manually roll it.
Yeah, that's true. This is not too important. But anyways, back to the top. Halstead. For a bear
no,
it's Tom.
Isn't it?
No, Tom delayed.
Oh, he delayed, okay.
I get it.
I will, as a bear, I will lumber over there. And, yeah.
Ooh.
And I'll give him a bite, and I'll give him a claw.
All right, roll to hit.
So they're both the same to hit. So do you want me to just roll them twice?
Do it consecutively. I think it's better to see.
14 to bite.
That will just barely skirt off of its carapace.
So no damage.
That misses.
Then 18 to claw.
That will hit.
Okay.
And I believe the claw is 2d6, right?
Yep, 10 damage.
10 damage that leaves a mighty gash in it, and it seems quite upset about that. Abdal. I'm not sure what noise scorpions make, but I'm sure it's making it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Angry clicking noises. Anyways, another Eldritch Blast. 17?
17 will hit.
All right, here we go. 6.
6. Your magic slams into it and leaves it woozy. It's definitely bloodied. You've got it Not on the ropes, but you may be able to
it-
bring it down. Yeldrin.
Sword, please work.
The
No,
sword does not work.
I'm gonna spend a key point to do 2 unarmed attacks.
Okay, go ahead and give me 2. Crit, and
And
that hits. You should have done the damage first. Now you can't click on it.
Oh well,
Well, the
it's
crit
2d4
damage.
plus 2.
Yeah, and then D4 plus 2, right?
Conan's father lied. You can't trust a sword for shit.
I
So
heard you
19
can't
total.
trust a short for shit, and that
Yeah.
seems very bad in a party made up of 3 dwarves and a goblin.
What you saying?
But, so, you beat it senseless. It's on the ropes. Dram, it is your turn.
All right.
You no longer
Arrow
have
going out.
advantage because it's acted at this point. So you have disadvantage on this attack from your
Yes,
disease.
then I will disadvantage longbow.
Is it possible
A
that
10
his
will
disease
miss.
is possibly incurable?
Xerax.
Too bad.
I'm gonna stab it in its beady little eyes, or slash it.
It is beady little claws.
Is it
Fuck
being
you,
flanked
beady
right now, by
claws.
the way?
Don't you mean its
I'm
big
actually
meaty
flanked right
claws? Your halberd swings wide and completely misses it as you stumble. So the scorpion's gonna get 1 more turn. This will not be at disadvantage. So
Balls.
we're gonna go a claw on Yeldrin, a claw on Xerax, and a stinger on the big bear challenging it.
Okay.
So Yeldrin, 14.
Nope.
Xerax, 21.
Ooh.
Ow.
You take 8 damage. And make me a... Oh no, you're just grappled. So it
That's the
has you
claw,
in its
yeah.
claw. And now the sting.
And it's
A
big.
crit!
Wow.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's a dead bear.
Does the poison get multiplied on a crit? I don't believe it does.
I don't know.
Because if it does, that will most likely kill you.
Well, it's a
But-
con save, right?
Yes, give me a con save.
That's at 16, so I can roll that.
Okay, you will save.
Oof.
And I believe things like sneak attack and poison don't get multiplied.
It's usually
We
not
can-
precision damage.
Yeah. So we're going to roll that doesn't. So that's 12 plus 13, 25 damage.
All right, still up.
And that's the Scorpion's turn. Halstad, you're
Well-
up.
Guess what, you bitch?
Someone sounds upset.
Roar! With the bite.
That's
No.
fair for fuck
Roar
you.
with the claw. 19.
A 19 will hit.
And that's just 2d6, right? 2d6 plus 4?
What's the max HP of the bear? I kind of want to...
35.
35, okay. For everyone else to see.
8 damage.
8 damage. You take a massive bite out of it, and it seems almost dead, but it's hanging on.
H-like victory. I mean...
Or I guess technically that was a claw.
Yeah, it was
Never
a claw.
mind. I
I'll
thought you
eat
had...
the piece that I tore out
There you go.
to
Abdal.
fit the roleplay.
And another Eldritch Blast. 15.
That will just barely manage to sneak its way through its carapace.
Yes.
How much?
7 force.
That will bring it down with your
Ah,
mighty
finally.
Eldritch Blast as it crumples into a heap and breathes its last.
Lord knows heaps are my favorite thing.
Okay. Calculator, 1 sec. This is what I miss about Pathfinder. It's so much easier to calculate things. Then again, this was a lot easier than it should have been. 175 experience each.
Bad.
Oh,
Neato.
that's
477.
477.5.
So
Before
we're like
it's,
halfway through.
before Dice 2, like, its blood and all that stuff leaves it, I'm going to try to do either a medicine or survival. I got these vials, and I'm thinking I
Yeah.
might want to try to get that poison.
Like that venom.
I'd say give me a check, but if you roll poor enough, you might
You might take
affect yourself. I'll give you
That's pretty
1
good.
vial of it, but it won't be as potent. It'll be on apply 2d10 and then save DC 11 for half damage.
Yeah, I'm not actually probably going to be using it. I'm more of getting it for something to sell.
Okay, that's fine. You might be able to get a pretty penny for that.
Hold on.
So I am still fevering like crazy. I'm like,
And that was during
And
the
on
night,
survival
so...
to see if a scorpion is edible.
I mean, it might not be the best meat, especially since it's so large. It's probably riddled with
Oh.
hemolyph, but... You could probably eat it if you wanted to.
Just cook through, yeah.
You certainly have a lot of it. With a large creature, it would probably be several hundred pounds.
Who's up for
Who
good old
knows?
scorpion bake?
Maybe it's like a crab.
Yeah.
It's not like a crab.
It's like an angry crab. Okay, will that continue our full rest, though?
It's like a
Yes, so
diseased crab.
overnight you will be able to sleep.
Nice.
Have you already made a con check for this
here,
night?
You
Or
know what? If we're gonna full rest,
Sorry?
if we full rest, go back up to full anyway. So never mind.
you do not, Tom. But
Well, I never lost health in the first place.
yeah, I don't think anyone actually did.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no,
I-
Xerix did.
I think
Oh, wait,
Will
yeah,
You're
ate-
right.
Will ate a goddamn scorpion shot to the.
He was a bear at that point, so
Yep,
the
Yeah,
bear
I'm no
took the
longer a
damage.
bear. It's really weird because basically all the HP I get from an animal is bonus HP on top of what I already have.
Oh,
So
wow.
if I take all that damage and I go back to normal HP, it carries over and it just turned back.
Okay,
So it's
back
just
to the
pretty
map.
handy.
So you advance to the next square,
All right.
Yay.
and so you'll progress.
Do you want me to stay guide?
I mean, why not?
You have the best chance. Everyone else will have to make the same survival, and you have advantage on it.
Okay,
which-
and I don't get disadvantage because of malaria.
Well, first roll me a con save to see if you.
Oh, right.
It's
let's
a
see if
new
I'm not-
day.
let's see if I'm still malaria.
You manage to fight it off, and you
Yeah.
feel better, if not.
Perfect.
The
back to
best.
Perfect health. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's
Fine.
see what happens during your travels today.
All right. I forgot. What's my roll? Survival.
Yes, give me survival with advantage. You will keep on path. Something tells me I should be rolling this because you shouldn't. I guess you know if you're lost or not because you'll know
Yeah.
where you are on the map. That's
After
fine.
a certain point, you figure it
A
out.
day passes and nothing springs out at you, so give me one
Right.
more survival.
Okay.
You manage to keep on path,
Keep on keeping on.
and nothing will spring out at you, so you've made it out of the jungle at this point. Now, I'm supposed to have you make survival checks for being on a coast, but that doesn't make a lot of sense because I feel like you could just travel with the coast on your right
Along
to
the
go
coastline.
south.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I'll keep it to the jungles only and the mountains. But as you keep traveling, nothing pops out, so you can get 2 further. And 1 more day to get to the port. As you're approaching the port, there we go. Off on the shore, about several hundred feet off, you notice something. It notices you, and it doesn't seem to react, but it kind of glares at you in a "I dare you, you idiots" manner.
Perception to see what it is.
Well, you can see it. Give me a
Okay,
nature.
what is it? Nature.
Yes.
Oh, neat.
No clue.
Nat 20.
Oh god.
It's a dragon turtle.
Oh.
You
Oh,
know,
cool.
they kind of infest the waters around here. They are literally dragon-esque creatures that swim underwater.
Hey, goblin who wants to kill dragons. Try not to intimidate this dragon, please. You have.
You know
malaria.
that off
Not
the top of
anymore.
your head, it would obliterate you with its breath.
Yeah,
it can
no.
exhale scalding steam that would literally cook you alive, save or no save.
I will reiterate my previous statement to the goblin.
I mean, as much as I want to kill this dragon, I'm also pragmatic enough to know that this is a dumbass idea. We should go.
It is a turtle.
Alright.
I don't think we're gonna have any problems.
As you pass off, it will warily slip back into the water and disappear under the waves.
Such a majestic
Yay.
creature.
All right, you arrive at Port Nyanzaru.
All right.
As you're
so-
arriving,
Quick question then. So are we maintaining the rule you might have mentioned earlier about like I can just pay X gold to restock on everything?
yeah, they have enough potion stocks, so potion-wise, it's going to be about 25 gold per minor healing. So at this point, you're going to have to say, I want to buy this type of potion, but
Right.
later on, you'll be able to just instantly restock.
Got it.
What about the repellent? How much do you know that costs?
The repellent, second. I have it here.
Why couldn't we just get Azrael to drag the scorpion corpse back to town?
Hey, he's not in this campaign.
He's dying somewhere.
Insect repellent, a block is 1 silver piece, and it burns for 8 hours, so every night it would cost you 1 silver. Or you can buy a gourd of salve, which is 1 gold piece, and has 20 applications of grease, and 1 application protects you for 24 hours, and it is waterproof.
I would assume we should all invest in 1 gourd each.
Yeah,
that sounds,
I'm gonna buy
pretty
a gourd.
reasonable to me.
Okay, so you'll each have 20 days of insect proofing.
Yay!
That's a gold?
Yes, 1 gold for that.
Okay. So I'm gonna go try to sell
However,
my ware of
as you're popping
venom.
in,
Am I on this map somewhere?
you might be. You don't really, you have like areas on this, but as you're approaching through the old city, Will gets bumped into by a person and they run off.
I think you just got robbed, mate.
Insight to see what's missing.
Go for it.
8.
It takes you a bit, but you realize he seems to have grabbed your coin pouch.
Oh, good.
Oh.
I chase after.
Okay.
Can I make a
Give
survival
me-
on to see where he's going? To,
Yes.
Like, track him?
Yeah, could I do
A
perception to
survival.
see if I
All of you
notice?
can do a survival.
Survival?
Ha! Take
It would
that
either be
wrong.
survival or investigation. Perception would be to see the initial
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
stealing.
15.
A 15, you can find out where they were going. It's to a random hut in Malar's throat. Say, this one here. And so if you want to track him down, you can.
Yeah,
22.
I'll track him down.
Okay. When you get there, he kind of is surprised to see you and says, well, what do you want?
I'll brandish my axe and say, "Return the coin."
Are you
hold on.
threatening a random citizen of Chult?
I'm threatening a thief.
Roll me an intimidate.
Okie doke. Ah, god dang it.
No.
He is quite intimidated by you.
Yes! Oh, that's
And he'll be, I don't want any trouble. I figured you were just wet-nosed adventurers. Here, have it back. And he'll
think
toss
we're
you the coin
rubes?
purse.
So how
I'll
much?
snatch it, and I'll carefully count the coins.
Everything is in there.
How much did you get? Did you get stolen from you, Will?
I got like 37 gold on
Okay,
me.
that's actually quite a bit. Yeah.
I'll give this guy some advice and tell him to stay out of thieving, otherwise he might lose a hand next time.
Is this
Yeah,
about
I'm
time
not-
to shift into a
I'm not
bear?
quite
He
sure
didn't
what
return
the
the
laws
coin, I was going to
on
dissect
thievery
him.
are in here, but I'm just assuming it's going to be some kind of chopping of limbs.
I was going to find out how his organs work.
You're weirder than me.
The seeker requires knowledge, and I will retrieve it.
I'm just going to pull our crazy dwarf cousin back.
Don't touch me.
Cousin Abdal.
Cousin Abdul.
Okay, so you've managed to successfully get your money pouch back. So I'll give you
God. Oh,
the
I thought the
out of
RNG
combat
really
experience
fucked me
reward
there.
for that. You guys all get 50 experience each.
yay.
I have 27.
Yep.
Okay. And you can do any shopping you want, ask around, talk to people. You got your insect repellent. Is there anything else you need?
Are there any folding boats?
There's the canoe that
Yeah.
you can buy
How much
in
was
this
the
town.
canoe?
It was 50 gold.
It was 50 also, right?
But it was
Yes.
50. It was 50 at the fort. How much is it here?
Here, roll me a persuasion.
Who can actually persuade? 'Cause
I
sure
got
can't.
that. I'm pretty charismatic.
He says as he
15.
messes it up.
Okay. I was honestly expecting, as soon as you said that.
Yeah,
Ooh,
right.
by the by, this is kind of important. I just recalled. Remember, you all have access to inspiration, which is
Right.
essentially
Right.
at the start of every session, you get it back, and you can give yourself advantage on any check, really, or attack you do. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you can do it after you see the first roll.
Yeah, you can do it after you get the first roll.
It's the roll,
I
but not the
was-
result.
I don't
Yes.
know. I was playing in a homebrew campaign in terms of how to gain it. I don't know how much we start with at the beginning.
You always have one. One is the max. It's usually doing something interesting, character advancement, like a major milestone or something very exciting.
Right,
Okay,
so when
cool.
I
Yeah,
told the
fair enough.
priest to fuck off because he thought he could put religion in the wilds, maybe that could qualify me for inspiration.
You did
Maybe.
something stupid. Get
It'd be
one.
more like if you
How is-
successfully did it.
Exactly.
The fact that you had to run away from a werebore after kind of unhinges that. But, so keep that in mind. You actually have a tab for it on your character sheet. If you
Yeah.
click it, you can make the dragon and then just click it off when you use it.
Ah, I see.
Oh, I was thinking it was the opposite, where it's if you don't use it, nothing there, but when you use dragon, that way you know it's marked, and you know it's used. Whatever.
Maybe if you're dumb.
But when you use it, it's gone, so why would the dragon be there?
Because the
To
dragon's
roar at you and
glaring
tell
at
you
you
not to
with
use it again.
disappointment. Disappointment that you had to use inspiration.
Yeah, just
Anyways.
bail yourself out, dude.
Is there anything else you wish to do in town?
No, the canoe. Let's sort that out.
You can do the canoe.
So I have.
You get the sneaking suspicion that you're kind of forgetting something as well.
Should I do an insight to remember?
I'd say, yeah, you could do insights.
I was gonna say
And-
supplies.
I remember though.
What is it?
Okay, Jacob wouldn't remember because he wasn't here for it. But you all recall you're here to investigate something.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well,
Curse.
yeah,
We're here for a
thing
guide.
that's
I was
somewhere
gonna
in the
say a
jungle, but we
guide.
don't know
Yes,
where.
a guide. You
Right,
recall something
I
beyond that, though, an overarching goal that you haven't really
The
progressed
curse?
anything towards. Well, a curse, but what was thought to be causing it?
Something in the jungle.
The artifact.
We don't
in the
know where
jungle.
though.
So going triopsing out, most likely you won't encounter it.
True, but we need funding.
That is true. Every adventure needs something to run it.
I guess, yeah, we should. Okay, so first, let's see about getting a canoe, and then let's ask around the city on any leads towards the actual death curse.
Or ancient artifacts in the middle of the jungle and the like.
Also, since you're close enough, I'll reveal this on the map as well. The area you're in currently is Malara's Throat. It is Port Nyanzaro's slum district. Big shocker there. There are ramshackle buildings clinging to the sides of the ridges, and there are bridges spanning at 3 places, as you can see on the map. And you know that a major point of interest in this area is a temple. This one, feel both of these, is to Timora.
Right. There's a goddess of vanity and a god of truth, right?
Well, those were the 2 other temples. This is a 3rd temple.
I see.
Timora is goddess of luck, essentially.
Just think, if you're lucky, you might get out of here.
But you
What?
can buy your boat if you wish, and right, we had kind of gotten sidetracked a little. If you want to give me that persuasion.
You got a 15.
Oh,
right?
15, yes.
Yeah.
Very well, I can give this away for, say, 35 gold.
35 is acceptable.
Okay.
And so what?
I'll hand
what
it
does
over.
everyone have? Because
And now you're like
that's-
35 acceptable. How much money do we have?
well, okay, I have a feeling we can afford it based on what we got in the mine. But if each of us can pay our way of 7 gold, that would be ideal.
I'll drop 7 gold on that.
I'll drop 7 gold on that.
I have 4 gold again.
Monks,
You know,
man.
it's common courtesy to not drop gold on people.
We're not from
Okay,
here.
okay, so I'll fork over an extra 3, and Ron owes me 3.
Oh, you're
God damn it,
stabbing
he's
me
gonna
with
have a
forks.
monk in debt.
What did you think you would do when you chose monk?
Punch
Hit things,
people,
not be
apparently.
in debt.
All right, so that's, let's see. So
Oh.
Tom, did you pay 7 gold?
I did.
Okay.
Okay,
and
so
then I'm
you'll get
covering
your
some of Ron.
35.
Jacob.
Yeah, I jump in 7.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, just Ron owes me 3, and we'll buy the boat for 35.
All right, you have a canoe now.
I'll try
Yay.
to sell the venom that I got from the scorpion.
Interesting. And you say this is from a giant scorpion, eh?
Hey,
I could give you 3 gold for it.
gotta make an insight to see if that's
Sure.
he's trying to shortchange me.
You think that's about right?
Dang. Okay.
Give it to Jordan, and you're all square.
And now Ron is penniless.
Penniless
Yay.
Well, at least I'm not in debt.
Exactly.
You can survive for 2 weeks until the debt ceiling is raised even further.
Okay, so I'm gonna start asking around town about any rumors regarding the death curse.
Okay. Give me a persuasion
You got it.
or an investigation, whichever is better.
19 persuasion.
Most of the people you talk to don't seem to know about it, but they'll mention that your best bet would probably be the Temple of Knowledge.
Okay.
They do
and yeah,
auguries.
shit, knowledge. You got me there. I'll head straight over.
That is number 5, if you recall, or number 7 with Grandfather Nintendo.
That was yeah, Grandfather Nintendo had a problem with some people trying to force him to do some sort of divination.
Right.
Freaking Nazebo.
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
But so you can go there and you're like, friends, it's good to see you're alive. You've been gone for a while.
Yes. We're wondering if
I'm
the
the one who's here. Hello.
My character is just, I don't know where he is on the map.
Yeah, I don't know. Where
It's fine. Really, I just kind of figure you're all traveling as a group around, so you're at 7 right now.
Grandfather Zitembo.
So we're wondering if your church can provide us with a service.
We provide many services.
We're seeking for any leads related to the death curse that seems to be affecting people from coming back from the dead.
Oh, why are you... It is a massive problem, but what does that have to do with Chult, important as Zembe?
We had a lead from someone who seems to be suffering from the curse, that it's possible an artifact from Chult may be the cause.
That seems preposterous.
Well,
Surely there are ancient
desperation
ruins deep
causes
within
us
the
to
jungle
check all
brush
the
that
leads,
would
right?
cause this.
Seems people are desperate, and why not follow any kind of lead we can get?
I'm afraid my time is valuable. A ritual to investigate this would not be fruitful for such a fanciful idea.
Is there an insight to see if he's bullshitting us?
You can go do an insight, but
8. I'm not great at it.
he seems okay. With that, Yeldrin can kind of tell he is pretty busy. You'd have to give him a really good argument or maybe grease the wheels
Of wisdom.
of the donation
I
plates
can't go into debt again, okay?
to convince him to take the time to
I'm not
perform a
giving him
ritual.
dwarf job.
Dwarf job.
What do you? I'm not even wanting to know what dwarf
That's
job.
you mine gold for him for a day.
Yeah.
Of course.
Is there anything that we could do to curry favor with the temple, perhaps?
He points at the collection plate.
I put 5 gold coins in the collection plate.
Surely my time is worth more than that. At
I-
least
I-
5
I
times
have
that.
in the collection plate.
He asked for 50 gold, guys.
I thought it was
5 times.
Yes,
could-
for
So
50
basically
gold,
he wants
give me
5
the gold.
from each of us. So, okay, Ron, so you need to pay 5 and you're in debt, right?
I hate you guys.
I will put
Okay.
20 gold
I
pieces in
absolutely
there.
hate
When
you
you put it,
guys.
he'll be like, "Oh, that is entirely too much. Thank you, though, but I cannot scam a group of adventurers. That is against my moral code. The time investment and the materials comes out to 25 gold."
So Will put in 20 and I put in 5, so there we
Yeah.
go.
And he'll say, "I will perform this ritual. I'm pretty sure I won't see anything, but I'll let you know in 24 hours.
Thank you, Father.
Very well, and I'll
May Reggie
then
be with
ask,
you.
Savras be with you."
As a temple of knowledge, is there a library in here? My
There
question
is, but you're
all
not
about
allowed to
knowledge.
see it.
Very
What
much
is up
needed.
with you in the library?
The seeker requires knowledge, and I will acquire it by any
He'll
means.
say, "Of course we have a library. You are not allowed.
Ooh.
Is there a way I can be allowed?
Go on a pilgrimage and study for 15 years and
I thought
return
he
as
was
a
gonna-
priest.
I thought he was going to point at the plate again.
Unfortunately, it is not so cheap to access our knowledge."
Fair enough.
But anything you want to do until the seer
do we
is
wanna
finished?
should find
maybe
ourselves
get
a guide.
Do we want
That
to
is
hire
an
a guide?
excellent idea.
Well, we won't need a guide until we know where we're going, right?
Fair enough.
At least someone who knows.
Is there
these
a
symbols better than we do.
dinosaur race going on today?
There
I-
is. If you want to watch it, you can.
I'm not gambling. I don't have anything to gamble with.
There are people that'll loan you money out.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yes,
But
I'm
yeah,
not
so-
that stupid of a dwarf.
We're just going to do gambling on it. We're not going to go into the crazy rules of actually
Right.
dinosaur racing.
No.
But so the way it works is there will be, looks like 9 separate racers. And I can describe each of them to you. There's Big Honker, which is a young Tyrannosaurus Rex that everyone seems to be real into because it's a T-Rex, of course. There's Ubtau's favorite. It's a Triceratops. It's on a win streak currently. Next, there's Banana Candy. It's a Hadrosaurus. It seems particularly well trained. Bone Cruncher is a young, ill-tempered Allosaurus. He's won a bit more than he's lost, but he still has to make a name for himself. Grung Stomper comes in at number 5 as a young Ankylosaurus. Scarback is a young Tyrannosaurus Rex on its last legs. It doesn't have many races left in it. Nasty Boy is an Allosaurus with a famous trainer but a mean streak. Jungle Princess is a Deinonychus with a jockey, and you can tell he's terrified by riding this thing because he's surrounded by huge dinosaurs and he's on something his size.
Beer might make you fast, though.
That is true. Last but not least is Mountain Thunder. It's a Dimetrodon, but it looks particularly ancient.
Is there an insight or a nature we could do to get a better insight on, who might win?
You could do that, yeah.
Yeah, like
Say
the odds.
insight or just even like a persuasion to ask around.
Okay, yeah, I'll do persuasion.
You can ask about the odds, for sure.
7.
Big Honker is 7-1. Ubtau's favorite is 5-1. Banana Candy is 3-1. Bone Cruncher is 2-1. Grung Stomper is even. Scarback is 1-2. Nasty Boy is 1-3. Jungle Princess is 1-5, and Mountain Thunder is 1-7.
All right, and then I'm sorry. And the inside check was to.
So pretty much, those are the odds, and you know that they reflect it pretty well in terms of how much you're going to win.
All right, in that case.
With that insight, though, you know. On average, most of these will win you about as much as you bet. There doesn't seem to be any outstanding ones, so really it just comes down to luck of the race in terms of winnings.
All right, in that case, I put 5 gold down on Nasty Boy.
Nasty Boy? Okay.
I'll put 7 down on Bone Cruncher.
Where'd all
5
this money
on
come
banana
from?
candy.
From the mines, I think. These are all going to be on different races. It won't all be one race, but...
Okay.
So I'll
I
just roll for each of
abstain.
you and tell you your results. So that was 5 gold on Nasty Boy, right?
Yep.
Nasty Boy will not win, so you'll lose that 5.
Wow. Okay.
And who was next?
Okay. Fuck me. Like.
7 on Bone Cruncher.
7 on Bone Cruncher. Okay. Bone Cruncher will win, and you will get 3.5 gold back, so a total of 10.5.
Excellent.
And then next bet?
5 on banana candy.
Banana Candy, I see. Banana Candy will lose.
Curse it!
You lose your 5 gold. Will and Ron?
I put 20 on the priest who's giving us the plot.
I abstain.
The priest emerges from the temple and crosses the finish line.
What were the odds on him?
Well, I mean,
0-0.
He did- well-
You get your money back.
He said he crossed the finish line. He didn't say in what place, so I'm gonna call that a wash.
And Ron, I'm assuming you're not betting because
He's
debt.
a
I
poor.
abstain.
Desperate.
Okay.
Betting.
Dollary dues.
Okay. If you guys want to do one more
Dollar
bet,
profit.
then we'll be out of time, and we'll move on to the next day.
Sounds good.
So,
All right, so we'll visit Grandfather Awimboy.
well, if you want to bet one more time, you can, but if not, we can just move on.
No, I'm okay. 1 is enough for me.
Yes, sounds like we're good.
Okay. as you're on your way there, a minstrel calls out to you, saying, You lot seem like generous folk. Can you give me a gold for the races? I have a feeling about banana candy.
Ah, a fellow-spirited
Fellow
banana
believer.
Of course! But only if thou's promised to give at least some percentage of the winnings.
They'll say, of course, I'll
And then I'll
search
give 'em a
you out.
gold.
We're gonna make
You
an inside
never
on
see
if
them
this guy's
again.
actually going to search
Yep,
us out.
that's what I thought. Rule 1, Jordan. Never trust the bards and the
He
minstrels.
said banana candy, and
He
that
said-
was all that was needed.
It sounds like you should have known that,
Um,
oh Seeker.
Ron, if you want to stop him before he gives him the gold,
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna
can.
stop him.
Sir, do you have a problem?
Why'd you get in my way?
Gamble on banana candy.
Because you're an
It was a
idiot.
fleece, you
Examine his
fool.
brain to see why he would do something so ridiculous.
You're a damn git, that's why.
I'll pull out my axe and start getting ready.
Are you gonna fight over banana candy?
Banana candy doesn't love
Anyways,
you.
you all arrive at Grandfather Zatembe, and he seems kind of shaken by what is seen.
That
Say,
bad, huh?
Father, are you
What
alright?
is view divine
It's like-
from the ritual?
I saw visions. What I saw was a jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. And within a black obelisk draped in vines. I dared not look closer, but that is where your fortunes lie, and perhaps, hope against hope, the answer to this curse.
Well, thanks, Father. Toodly bye.
Oodly bye.
Toodly bye.
Toodly bye.
Oodly bye, good sir.
We can all mock Graham Dram later. We can go back to exploring now, and you can stock up to your max drink.
Nice.
Max
Well-
drink.
So should we now think about maybe hiring a guide? Or are we good with Graham Dram? Or Graham Dramamine, as I've taken to calling him.
No one's going to call him that.
No,
Except for-
no
But
one,
as you're leaving from the
Not
no
temple,
one
even
else
you.
in this setting knows what Dramamine is. No.
As much as I enjoy the glory of battle, I don't wish to fight 16
The-
or more raptors again.
You said as you're leaving? What's happening?
oh, nothing.
Okay.
I thought something was going to happen, but it didn't
Okay.
occur.
I need to, we need to find some funds.
We could bet on Bone Crusher some more. That did me well.
Did you well once?
Banana candy. Well, no. Just kidding.
Banana candy will
And
fail all the
so
time.
the world came to an end, not with a bang, but with a whimper
But with
at the
banana
dinosaur
candy.
races.
Yeah. And so the adventuring party got far too distracted with gambling on dinosaur races.
They lost all their money in debt.
That
I
banana
don't-
candy, though.
At least they got to bet on banana candy.
They funneled so much money into the dinosaur races, they were allowed a quick 5-minute peek at the racers. They quickly had a heart attack upon seeing banana candy up close.
No, if knowing this party, we would knock out its jockey, and one of us would be riding banana candy.
Yeah.
I just won.
Banana candy now.
We're all riding
Hurrah!
banana candy.
But are we going to go back to exploring now?
Yes,
We
please.
go something
Okay.
something guide.
I keep saying the guide.
Our
Do we
Where
have
did the
money
priest?
for a guide?
Where did the priest say it was?
It was to the south. He
far to
didn't
the south,
know
cliffs,
exactly
spiders,
where.
Cliffs and snakes.
Sounds like our first destination then should be Camp Righteous, unless we want to visit that pretty cool skull and crossbones.
That's in the danger zone, though. I don't know if we're ready
So
for
is
the
Camp-
danger
oh, no,
zone.
Camp Righteous.
We do have a
Just
canoe. We
outside.
can go down the river to Camp Righteous.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can sail down Camp Righteous.
Let's do that.
Sailing in
Okay.
a canoe. Classic.
So,
We're sailing in a canoe. I can't really think of a
We
good way to
married
reference
our
that.
I can't-
baboons.
you're all idiots.
Don't we
So it'll
sing
take a day
songs
to
too?
get to the
Well,
river,
that's
and then you can follow the river down, and it'll be double speed all the way, pretty much. So let's see. First day.
On the trail we blaze.
Okay, first day, nothing pops out, and you arrive at the river.
Yay.
So, you're going to board and start paddling.
Please don't tell
Paddling
me
my
there's a chance to
canoe.
encounter the dragon turtle.
In a river would be pretty impressive. Although I guess this river is probably about a mile wide, considering that a hex is 10. Maybe 2 even, depending on the area. But second day, you'll travel up to here, I believe. And yeah, on the river, there is literally no chance of getting lost. I'm not going to roll that.
Deadly dragon trout.
No, we forget which way the current flows and we lose.
Wait
the
a
day.
minute. We're not on a river. We're on a giant snake. How'd that happen?
You get to here. Nothing has popped out at you so far.
And how many?
You keep
days?
going.
And,
It's been 4 days now.
Okay, 4 days. Got it.
We've
You
got
keep
cabin
going.
fever.
And so you're going to Camp Vengeance or Camp Righteous? You know Camp Righteous is the one that has been destroyed. Camp
Yeah,
Vengeance
Camp
is the
Righteous
new
was
one.
Was the one that was destroyed. Do we want to go to Vengeance where we at least
You can
know where
always
people
inspect
are?
Righteous. There might have been something left behind by the Crusaders.
That's what I
Yeah,
was thinking.
okay, well,
Maybe
it's
there's
on
a
the way, so
clue.
we might as well stop by. At least
Sure.
take a peek and hopefully not get overrun by undead.
All right, so you'll land at Camp Righteous. Nothing jumps out at you from the river as you land.
Can I
So
make a
now-
perception from the river to see how safe it looks?
Sure.
Okay. 10.
And nothing pops out at you with that.
11.
It definitely looks like it's been abandoned for a very long time.
17.
Nothing new.
Sorry, was there all perception?
Oh, I got a 20.
With that 20, you'll notice that there's a fence, like a penned-in area, and there seems to be some kind of creature inside of it.
What's
Is
it
there
look
like a bird.
Nature or an arcana
A
for it?
bird.
Is this
Sounds like
is this area completely dark for you?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Aha.
And so I'll just kind of give you the. Let me look at what the dynamic lighting looks to be.
Yeah, it looks weird for me. I'm like surrounded by shadow except for parts of the map.
Let me do this. I think I might have set something on this one. Global illuminations. Oh, that's turn that off. Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, I need to not turn fog of war on while dynamic lighting is on. Good to know.
Hmm.
But so you've all landed, and do you see the creature I'm speaking of?
I see
Is
bits of it in the...
where is it?
Oh, is it
Oh, up
really
there?
big?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
I
see
don't
the
see
token.
it.
Yeah.
And so you can roll in nature when. Hey, stop moving because things might happen.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to get into be able to see it. But
That's the
nature.
issue with dynamic lighting. If you go too far and see something you're not supposed to while things are
Right.
I
happening.
have no clue what this thing is.
15?
15.
Wow, look at
15.
us.
You think you got
I
a
don't think
15?
I'm also not on the map
No.
yet.
You
I'm
know,
not
I see you
15
here.
is also good
Oh no,
enough.
one
Uh,
person.
Let me go. I can drag myself in, I think.
I'm still blacked out, so I can't see anything.
Oh, that's strange.
You
He's in the
drunk.
boat. Move your character.
Oh,
But now I'm tiny.
is that better or?
All black.
I've got this map here, and it is all the color. I'm gonna stop right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Default token. That's strange. Should be. Do I not have your site set up? Maybe.
That could
Possible.
be it.
Yes, I don't have the site. Okay. What type of site do you have? Is it
How
dark
far can you
vision
see?
or?
Yeah, tieflings get dark vision.
No,
He's
Tieflings
not
are
a
dragonborn.
tiefling.
He's
I'm
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
I think everything gets dark vision besides
Oh,
humans.
there we go.
Yeah. And then Will, you said you weren't seeing anything, right?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you're
He
good.
was
Okay.
good. He was just tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I lack size.
Oh wait, no. I think I dragged. That's strange. I thought I dragged you over. I might not have selected you.
I'm here
Will
now.
did drag himself.
I think I deleted you because I thought
okay.
there was a.
I'm back. Oh, am I not back anymore?
No,
There.
no,
There I am.
Yes. Okay. So with that nature, you can recognize it as a fledgling axebeak.
Oh.
Okay.
Does it look emaciated?
Oh, it's probably under. No, it's not. Interesting. Why does it not have a? Oh no, there it is. Okay. It does not. So it looks like something was keeping it here.
Spooky. It looks chained up right now.
Not chained up, but it's in a pen.
Is it awake?
It is. It's walking around.
We know axe
But
beaks
it's
fly, right?
walking around calm. It's not like thrashing about like it's trapped.
Oh, never mind. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. This seems to be a pen, but it looked to be like a regular... It's not sized for a large bird of this...
Right, so the bird
nature.
probably landed and ate whatever was in there.
Like horses or whatever.
It looks like a flightless bird, so more than likely, it fell in here and can't seem to get out.
Oh god, it's a D&D version of a cassowary. We need to get out of here. Now.
You know, this one seems tiny. It doesn't look like it would be able to hurt you, and it's pretty small. Like, it's still growing. So it's still going to be large, but it's not a full axe beak
I'm
yet.
going to slowly, ever so slowly, start walking towards it non-threateningly.
Okay.
A young creature of the wild could prove useful out in the
Yeah, I was wondering if I could approach it and use handle animal to try to calm it.
You can do that.
I'll follow Yeldrin.
I'll keep a distance behind.
Tell me when I should make my check, by the way.
You can get up to the edge. And obviously, these are tents you're passing by. They're not fully set. They're all kind of slashed, broken, and
Disheveled.
rotting.
23.
Nice.
23, you can calm it down quite well. It's staring at you.
Do I know its diet?
Animals. Small animals.
We feed it Yeldrin.
I'll remove some jerky from my pack and toss it at the floor.
It will eat it. Walk over and start chewing. Well, I guess birds don't. It'll do that weird pelican thing where it like swallows it whole.
Yeah. Okay. Now that we're closer, is there anything remarkable about this axe beak?
It's
Like any wounds or any?
no, it's not hurt. It just seems to have stumbled in here probably relatively recently, as far as you can tell.
There's an orc on that axe beak's back.
You fools have fallen into my trap.
But do you think we should just let it go?
Yeah. Where's the opening of the pen?
You're standing on it essentially. It's right
Okay.
there.
I'll say,
open
guys,
it.
stand back. I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll open it and see what happens.
When you open it, it'll kind of stare at that and it'll kind of start trying to squeeze through. And then it's gonna head off into the jungle.
What a
It
nice
goes
bird.
off.
Godspeed, axe beak.
You get 50 experience.
Hey.
Story experience for
And
not
handling
murdering the helpless axebeak.
What's our max?
577.
577. Okay, so is there like a stone cutting thing I can do for this strange statue or whatever these feet are from?
You can, yes.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, the way that ability works is it's a history with advantage?
You get
History with
double proficiency.
History with double proficiency. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Which I'm not able to actually put on this sheet, so that's dumb. But okay, so that's just a
I
+4.
just rolled a 4 on it.
Oh!
So you can tell this was made a long time ago. And
That's
from
all
what you
you
can
get.
tell, it's a statue. It's essentially a statue of a crocodile man. You can kind of see it up here. And maybe I have a player handout that shows this. Let me check.
Okay. Religious? I mean, Crusaders are here. It might be religious.
The Crusaders showed up and used this area most likely because of this statue. You can tell.
For practicality.
Yes. Here we go. I can actually show this to you.
Oh, neat.
Huh.
And
Oh, cool.
you can tell it most likely has some sort of religious iconographic relevance to the Chultians, but without a Chultian, you're not sure exactly what.
Just to be
Okay.
clear, we don't actually see this thing's head. We see a skull, and we see the crocodile head, and this thing seems to be holding it above its head?
Yes.
Okay.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
Da-na-na, da-na-na,
All right, let's check the
da-na-na.
pets. So that'd be perceptions.
Yeah, is there
There's the
maybe a
tents.
journal hidden away in one of the tents?
That's yeah, that's what
Sure.
we're trying to
Let
find
me
out.
go ahead and roll.
I guess investigation would be one.
Yes.
22. Look at that.
With a 22,
Well, I have a
you can
0 on
find
that.
Yeldrin. You don't see anything in
You
this
can find
area.
Yeldrin.
Yes, you find Yeldrin.
Okay, now you hide.
Okay. Yeldrin, something will snap out at you as you search those tents, but you will not be
Wait, did Ron even
surprised.
roll to
Yep.
search?
Investigate, yeah.
He did.
Oh yeah, there. I'm blind as a bat.
Oh, we got an 11. Never mind.
Yeah, I got a
I need to
20.
roll.
Jordan.
I'm like, why does Yeldrin find something?
Okay, so Ron,
Oh, cool.
this little thing kind of
find a
leaps
snake.
out
Great.
and takes a bite at you out of the tent.
So glad I rolled that 20. Okay, so that's a 15
Why didn't
to
actually
hit.
make a roll to check the tent?
Let me see. What's my armor class? Yes, that just barely hits me. Fuck.
It hisses and lunges at you, getting a 12.
Back off, you damn beast.
It's a tiny snake.
You damn beast!
Oh wait.
Ron, if you want to
wait,
take a
wait, what was the
turn,
15.
Alright, I'm gonna punch it.
go ahead.
Actually, I'm gonna try to slash it first.
Wait, I'm confused. So
You
did
hit.
you roll 15 to hit me, or what was that?
No,
No,
that's
it was
for
at me.
that's for
it's
Ron.
happening at me.
Oh,
And it's a
okay,
12.
So Yeldrin did find the snake. I was really
So
confused.
8 damage.
You kill the snake.
I try to get some poison out of it.
That
Yeah, I
one
need
you're
the
not
money.
able to.
All right.
Just gonna
so
milk
what do
everything
I
that's
find?
poisonous, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, milking, I get it.
You get 6.25 experience each.
Yeah!
I found dinner.
That's 583.75.
Now you're acting like a true monk, eating whatever you find, including snakes.
Kill
Vow
and
of
grill.
poverty.
All right. So Jordan rolled a nat 20 on investigation. What does he get?
On investigation, there's nothing of interest in those tents to the north. The reason why he
20
uncovered that
wasted.
is this is a separate tent. It seems like it's a commander's tent.
I'll go into the commander's tent.
As will I.
You can tell something was using it as a nesting ground, but you can't tell what.
It's a wild commander.
Snake.
Watch out for its commander eggs.
If we hard boil these things, we can have dinner for the whole week. Or breakfast.
But yeah, so
What
nothing
kind
seems
of
to be
monk
there.
Are you?
The kind of
poor
harassed
one.
Bastard.
Anyways,
Cheap kitchen tricks with Yeldrin.
out of the corner of your eye, you see something sparkling at the smashed hut to the south.
I'll let Yeldrin eat it.
I'll go ahead and roll perception,
Further,
I guess.
further.
Oh, the
That's
other one?
completely destroyed, not smashed. Over here.
Gotcha.
But if you investigate it, there is a silver holy symbol hanging by a thong from a peg on the wall.
Is there a
It's the
religion
holy
roll for
symbol
that?
of.
You can, yeah. In fact, if you... Jordan, you think
don't.
it's to
Is it just Jordan? Can
which
we
is...
all roll religion?
You can all roll religion.
Yeah,
There's
you can
no
all roll
train,
religion.
so...
I would-
Will, you can recognize it. It's a holy symbol of Torm.
Form. Who is?
Torm is the god of... duty, loyalty, and righteousness, so paladins.
Not quite memes. Okay.
We retake Chult. Torm Volt.
Volt. Wonderful.
But, so, that seems to be all of interest over here. And there's a 25-foot high cliff to your east.
The handout you gave us with the
The picture?
picture, it looks like there's a door at its feet.
Yes, there is. It seems to be blocked by... You should be able to see it, actually. If you step up to it.
I see. So
That-
wait, is the door like
Yes.
up here?
The door is going through its feet, so you
Okay,
could
It is going
you could enter in.
because I can see the hallway.
Yes.
Can I investigate the door to see if there's a way to open it?
If you go to the door, sure.
Okay. 13.
Are you going to the... Because this isn't open, this is like spider webs. You can clear those out. This over
okay,
here is
so
the
where
door.
is
Oh,
the door? Is
the
there-
door's at the end. It's over
That's
Yes.
where I moved myself to.
Oh, I haven't seen you moved, and also...
Do you want to just bust in through the spider
Yeah,
webs?
so how are people doing this. Please
Okay,
stop
All right.
moving.
I'm
How,
going
like-
to go outside. I'm going to find a nice big branch.
Okay.
I'm gonna just fire an Eldritch Blast through the webs.
You can do so. You can clear out the webs easily.
Never mind. Okay, fine. I was just gonna whatever. Wool it all up and have a nice big spider web stick.
What would you do with a spider web stick?
What couldn't you do with a spider web?
Silence! I must investigate the door.
You're gonna
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead, do it with your face.
Okay. As you pass over here, the floor
Pass over.
rumbles and you fall.
Oh. Ah! That's awesome. That is
Famous
awesome
last
that the
words.
map does that. That is great.
All right. You fall into a 20-foot pit.
Ooh.
Give me an acrobatics to
Now,
try and
now what would you
reduce.
do without a
Oh,
Is
spider
it
boy,
like
here we go.
hungry? Is the
10.
pit hungry?
Okay,
in a
you
way?
can reduce the damage, but you still
Thank
take
God.
4 damage.
I'm
Okay.
gonna walk over to the lip of the pit and say, "So, how's that investigation going?"
He's not a
Silence!
bot.
Can I throw down my hempen rope for my explorer's kit to pull? 'em up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Up and rope. What are you, a dragonborn hippie?
I
It's
am
totally
some
natural,
kind
man.
of jungle barbarian man. So yes.
Oh, you're a barbarian?
Yeah.
I thought you were just
Yeah.
some giant angry lizard.
Well, I mean that's kind of what
Whoa,
a barbarian
wouldn't lizard
is.
be racist?
Oh shit!
I take exception to that.
Wasn't incredibly
Whoops.
offensive when I killed that snake?
All right, I'm gonna.
That is
can I
racist.
roll a strength to climb up
Like
the
to
rope?
roll
You,
an
you don't even
attack.
have to roll. You can just climb out.
Okay, cool.
However, you know that this pit, it's obviously the ground is collapsed. There's no real way around it, but you can use acrobatics to try and traverse the ledge.
Goblin,
Narrowly.
you're the one who's dexterous.
All right, I'll use acrobatics to try and traverse the ledge.
All right, roll me an acrobatics. You will make it across.
Ching!
However,
Now,
Oh dear, can I roll a perception to see if this floor is gonna go down too?
the floor doesn't go down, and since you're staring at the floor, you miss the scything blades that switch out of the wall
Oh,
and
dear.
slice
Oh,
at
wow.
you. Roll me a
What
dex
save?
save.
With advantage or
Nice.
disadvantage?
No, I
Sweet.
just
Okay. You take 9
Oh, wow.
damage as the
What do you
blades
even
nick
say?
that
you.
would have killed me. All right, but I'm clear of them now. Then
Yes, but they're still going. So, what are you gonna do?
I am going to
5,
try to
4,
dex. I'm
3.
gonna try to acrobatics my way through them.
Okay, you're gonna keep going.
Well, it's either dex. I have to go
There's
back
a
or dex-
7-foot ledge in front of you, and the scything blades are covering that entire area.
Okay, so there's basically it's basically unless I can like time it right.
Well, you're still in the path of the blades, so you can use this turn to try and get past it, go back, or just eat it again.
I'm
So,
gonna
a
try and go
7-foot
back.
ledge, you'll have to make an acrobatics to climb it.
So it's or an acrobatics to go back anyway. So
Yes.
I'm basically making acrobatics no matter what.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna try and climb up.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics. It's not too difficult 'cause it's 7 feet. You'll climb up. And when you reach the top,
You have to stop, and that's what's bothering me.
climb up. It is a 16-foot high terrace. There's a 4x4 pattern of squares on the floor.
All right.
There's just enough room to stand at the top of the ledge without stepping on the tiles, so you haven't stepped on any yet.
All right.
But they go to the walls, so you won't be able to make it across without stepping on any of them.
Okay. I'm gonna take out like a rock. I'm gonna throw it at one of the tiles.
Okay.
Not that anything happened to the rock.
Which tile are you aiming for?
Where am I in relation to the? Let's say it's a 4x4 square. Like
Yeah, so let's number it.
I'm gonna
4 by
move myself. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
4x4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So counting to the right, essentially.
Okay, so I would effectively be right in front of this tile. Right?
it's kind of a big ping.
Okay. Where's my drop?
Think of the upper left square as square 1.
Yes.
And then you just go left to right.
Yes.
forward,
Am I in front
and
of
then-
square 1?
You're in front of square 1.
Okay.
So where are you throwing it to?
I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw the rock on square 4, going
On
left to
square
right.
4. So essentially upper right corner.
Yes.
Okay. Make me a dex save.
Oh. No matter
Avoiding
where I
it.
throw it. Nope.
Oh.
Flames erupt out and roast you for 22 damage.
I'm dead.
I called
I'm
dead
dead.
body again.
You're not dead yet. You're dropped to dying because
So
you
I'm
aren't dropped
I'm
to your
at 0.
con score, are you?
What?
Are you dropped to your con? Are you dropped to your negative HP total?
Which is just consort.
Just HP total.
I am below 0.
That's fine,
No,
but
what is
negative
your max
HP.
Tom?
Negative 12.
Negative. You're at negative 12. What's your HP total?
19.
19. You're not dead. You're at 0. You're dying. Someone has to help you, but
Alright.
everyone else saw everything: the pit, the scything blades, and the erupting
So
flames
do I know where the flames erupted from?
all over the terrace.
Okay.
So it covered that
House gets
entire
turned
area.
into a bird.
No, I can't turn it into that flies.
Zarix.
I can
You
turn
have
into a
fire
spider.
resistance, don't you?
I can spider climb it.
Indeed.
You
But I
could
still have to get
avoid
rest
everything
away.
with spidering around.
Alright, I'll become a giant spider and try to collect them. So there's a
Well,
pit.
first, so you turn to a spider and crawl to him. Give me a
Yes.
D20 to stabilize Gram
This
Gram.
is-
That's 2 saves towards stabilizing. You're at him now. Are you gonna pick him up, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'll pick him up.
You can't stabilize him
Wait,
as a.
I can't stabilize him as a monster.
Yeah,
so I can
but you can web him up and carry him back. And
Shoot
so
my
give me
web.
one more stabilization.
But how do you
No.
shoot
So-
the web?
2 and 1. Does anyone else gonna? He's back at all
I'm
of
gonna
you
stay
now.
in spider form in
I'll
case
try to
we need it.
medicine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say yeah, that's
22.
enough. You can stabilize him.
Yay.
You're not dead.
Yay.
Will, as you crawled along the walls, you noticed that you couldn't see it from if you were standing down here, but if you were a bit taller, you could just barely see the door, and it has a 4x4 pattern, and one of the squares was lit up.
Ooh, was it the same? Was it the same grid square that
That he it was not.
Oh,
It
it's not.
is it is grid square 2.
So on this grid, would it be?
Does the
be
grid have
one-
like
That one.
characters on them? Or?
It does not. So
This
the
one.
door has a grid, and that is lit up on the door.
Wait, I need to check how long my wild shape lasts.
It's like 2 hours.
Should be pretty long. It's like
Does-
I think it's something. It's like I can only have it. I can only do it once or something. Like
Yeah,
that, but it's
yeah.
pretty
Like you
long.
get like
User entered your channel.
Yep.
Serve.
no, this serves friend.
Serves friend.
Okay. If you guys are gonna go stabilize Gram Jam, I'm gonna see if I can't figure out this puzzle.
Yes, go.
I mean,
Alright, well, I'm stable.
you can't understand what I'm saying, but the spider is moving
Yeah, just-
towards.
I'm stable, but if someone wants to toss me a potion,
Is
User
it possible?
disconnected from your channel.
Is it possible for me to be on the roof and then slowly lower myself onto the correct square?
You could, yeah.
Mission
try that.
impossible.
Okay. When you land on it, nothing happens.
Okay.
But it
I will
lights up
ascend.
underneath you.
Okay. So what happens if I move back to the wall?
If you move back to the wall and you look at the door, there is another tile lit up at 3.
I will follow the tile and
Okay,
step
you
on
touch that one. It lights up underneath you.
Want to just skip the minutiae? Say I do this as every like.
And next
Back
is
to the wall,
14,
back to
and then
the-
15, and then the door slides open.
Okay.
Are
the traps still
are the
continue, though?
blades still going?
Yes. However, you know
I
that
will-
they're scythe blades. They're manual. You could probably jam them
Okay.
I
Jam
take
'em with
Gram Jam
web.
still
Okay,
beating
can-
corpse
Okay.
as a spider.
as a spider.
Are there any like large like rocks like outside that I could go pick up? Like, I mean, very large.
You could
No,
probably
it's not
find
even
some, but
jam,
it would be
perhaps.
very hard to make it across the pit with them
What about
if you're going to
like,
carry it.
What about making
Just going to throw it at the scythe blade, try and break it?
like an athletics check to like just chuck this boulder?
how do I get rid of
You
rocks?
could throw it to try and damage the trap. I'd allow that.
Oh,
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay. It's not going to be an athletics, but it'll be a ranged attack. But it's a thrown weapon, so you can use your strength. So just do strength plus proficiency. So like you're throwing axes. Although, I'd say disadvantage because it's an improvised rock.
Could I assist?
You assist an attack.
I help carry
Throw
and
it
throw
with
the
him.
boulder.
Okay, I'll negate the disadvantage for that. So just make me a thrown weapon attack.
What would that be? That's D20 with +3.
3
yeah,
plus
your
2.
strength bonus, so probably +3 if that's your strength bonus.
And then
a plus
proficiency,
2
so
for
2 more.
proficiency.
The 21 you'll definitely hit. So let me see if that's enough to damage it. You have 3 strength, correct?
Yeah.
You will smash that one. So there's a 5-foot opening. But there's still one more scythe blade going, and that's the one towards the wall.
Again, dragon friend.
So am I still just KO'd or?
No one's healed you, so yes.
We will seek to the goblin, and once we have this sorted.
Now the door's open, we could just make camp here.
We make camp in the pit and cover it.
Spider, 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 spider.
Yeah, you don't get to talk
I
until you
Bulbasaur.
unshape, Will.
That's true. I'll remember that from now on.
So can I make a similar attack?
Yeah, I'd
However,
assist.
if you want to, you can make a craft web check to spell out what you want to say, if you're a spider.
Can I spell out OP as a faggot?
Oh man, we got Charlotte. I'm sorry, we have
Some DM.
Halstead's Web over here.
That's what. Wonderful.
But
Is that the one with the pig?
I think me and Zarex are gonna try
Yeah,
and throw
Wilbur
a
and
boulder
Charlotte.
again.
Right. Alright, so you're going to throw one more stone. Give me another
Yes.
roll to hit. That's still enough. It's usually
Yes.
10 to hit up. However, it's damaged. It seems like it's a lot easier to avoid it and you won't take half damage, but it's still going.
Again.
Okay, let's just cut the formalities. You break it. In
Yeah.
fact, you can literally walk over there or get across and then just start smashing it since it's not covered in these 2 squares.
Take that.
But so you can break down the tools and brute force your way through this.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
afterwards, once we're all done here, I'm going to tell you the solution and your guys are going to laugh. It's going to be
Okay.
great.
Is it
I'll just have a
involving
nice
jamming
old
up
laugh.
them with spider webs?
No, it's a bit more ridiculous than that. But
All right.
So-
anyways, let's see. I know I used one of my potions on one of
Yeah,
you
I think.
guys last time.
Dram, how many potions do you have on you?
Yeah,
I
right.
have 2.
Use one of those.
Yay!
This I think I missed the boat on this one. How many potions did we all just have?
3. You were
3.
given them at the start of the adventure.
Aha.
All right, so it's 2d8 plus how much?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Thank you. Wow. I'm
Ain't
up.
that just the worst luck?
I mean, I'm up.
He's technically alive.
I can breathe.
I can fight.
And then just make cure wounds is that same amount?
Are you casting Cure Wounds on yourself?
Yes.
It's a d8 plus your casting stat. So for you, most likely d8 plus 3, maybe 2.
Because my casting stat is Dex.
No, your casting stat is Wisdom.
Okay, then that's plus 2.
Yeah, so d8 plus 2.
Wow.
What a shame.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
8. My max HP is 19, but that's something. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we get across.
So, am I the only one thinking that with the dangerous traps that have been put here, maybe we shouldn't go gallivanting on what I can
Well, we've
you
already
speaking
gone through
English?
all the traps.
a
Nothing
murderous
but
He's
misadventure-
trying to.
Fool. We will not learn anything if we sit idly by.
We'll learn that you'll die if you try.
We'll learn if you die if you go in and die.
Spider
that's why I
spider
decided
noises
this is
scurrying
not the
to the
best course
door.
of
All
action.
right, I'm a ranger. I speak spider.
You don't speak spider? What the
Clearly,
No,
the lesson
proceed
learned
with the
here is that
goblin
rock
totally
is the solution
bullshitting
to
everything
all.
that Halstead is saying. Skitter, skitter, skitter. He says he wants a sandwich. Skitter, skitter. A really
He says to give it
big
to me.
sandwich. In fact, he doesn't want it anymore. I'll just eat the sandwich.
Yes, I will approach the open door.
Okay, you see inside, and there are bones scattered everywhere, as you see, and then a stairway leading up And at the top, there is something. Can't
We've
tell
got
from
a
where you
pit
are.
We need to traverse.
Can we take 20 on this?
No. There is no taking 20
Yeah,
anymore.
there's not a thing in
I'm
this
gonna
one.
call back
Oh.
to Giant Spider Halstead and ask that, wait for the rest of us. Throw down, like, maybe come back, have Zarex hand him a rope, and then, help use that to get us to climb out from the other side.
There's a ledge you can
Oh, yeah.
cross, Or you can
Are you
even
still
just jump
there
it.
is?
It's
There's a
10 foot
ledge
wide.
to
Yeah.
cross
Yeah,
the
but
pit? I
It's
didn't
an
know that.
acrobatics.
Okay. Here I go. Or not. I swore I clicked on it. Nope.
All right, Jordan, you'll fall in, but you
Yep.
won't take
And-
damage because you kind of prep for the fall. Tom, you can get across.
Yeah.
Really, as soon as one of you gets across, you can kind of throw a rope across
I
and make
throw
a
a rope,
bridge.
yeah.
Perfect. I climb up.
All right, so those are all broken, and so these are disabled. So you can all get up to the door. So you're all here.
Huzzah.
And so as you step in, you see bones scattered everywhere, and a spiral
Uh,
staircase
detect
leading
magic?
up to a jug. There is magic on the staircase.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Uh,
are you casting it as a ritual, or?
Here's the thing. As an Eldritch Invocation, I can cast Detect Magic at will at no cost, no spell slot or anything.
Okay, so you just get it. There is magic in this room. The jug and the steps radiate as magic.
Okay, and I'll
You gonna keep going?
mention this to everyone.
Cool.
Can I learn more about the jug?
Sure.
Tell me your secrets, jug.
Let me see if it's even. It is conjuration.
Hmm.
And then
Is
the
there an
stairs, there are
insight I can
4
do to try
separate
maybe-
evocation, or no, abjurations on the stairs.
Okay.
Wow.
You
What's
can't tell where,
activation
though.
Again?
Abjuration is like warding.
Right, Okay,
Alarms.
so definitely don't touch the stairs for now. And so the jug, though, has conjuration. Is there maybe something I can do, like an arcana, to figure out more specifically?
If you
what
hold
it's
it, you
gonna
can,
conjure?
but
Okay,
you can't find out what spells actually are, even with detect
right.
magic.
11 arcana to get like a gist.
Nope. You've never. You don't know of any jug that is enchanted to be magical.
Yeah.
Is there anything I could notice just off chance about the room other than the bones and the jug and the stairs?
No, that seems to be about it. Although, if you want, you can roll perceptions.
Is there a way for me to get higher up, like climbing on the walls, to see what that thing is?
You can.
That I can't quite see. So I'll try to ascend the walls.
You can go to the ceiling, and when you go to the ceiling, the bricks you attach to fall out and you plummet.
Wonderful. Dexterity to try to break my fall?
Yep. You don't get hit by the bricks because they fell around
I'm
you.
rolling
but-
it. It's
or
dex block,
acrobatics. Acrobatics.
not I?
Which I guess is dexterity, but
So acrobatics, its dex is 16, so that's a +3, right?
yes.
Dice roller.
You might be able to look up a giant spider stat block.
I plummet.
Can I link this to you?
Alright, how much health does a giant spider have? 26.
Yeah. Okay, so you fall 30 feet for 9 damage, and you land.
Ow.
You land in this corner here. Your house dead. There we
Do you
go.
want to just move me? Okay.
But you can tell all the bricks in the ceiling seem to be like that, and you can tell that they are
Very
probably
unstable.
set to fall somehow. And as you look up, you can recognize those bricks all around this room.
Interesting.
I believe you found the trap on the second floor.
Spider, 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 spider. I mean, they all saw me fall, right?
Yeah, like they see you've heard you
Alright, I'll
skittering
point
around,
to-
and
Spider leg skyward to see
Yeah.
to show them the bricks.
they saw the bricks fall. Like, essentially what happened is they heard a clattering, they saw bricks fall, and then you just hit the ground and, like,
Could
spider
I do
thump.
an arcana on the stairs?
You can. They're
17?
probably warded with something, and The magic is small enough that it's probably individual stairs, although you can't figure out which.
Okay, can I take a closer look at each of the steps, see if they're marked certain ways?
You can, but they're all very dusty.
Okay, can I blow the dust off without touching them?
You can attempt to, yeah.
Okay. So I'll like, not stepping on the steps. I'm going to just go up
Yep.
to the first step and try to
Investigate
blow away
it.
the dust.
You can blow away the dust, and underneath, roll me an investigation.
Okie doke.
Or you know what? What's your investigation? 2?
It's 2.
Okay. You don't notice anything on that first one. Are you going to move on to the next one?
Am I able to reach the second step without touching any of them?
I'd say so. The second one
Okay,
you can.
then yeah.
You blow off the dust and you don't see anything underneath it.
What about the railing?
There
that
is no
have any
railing.
Marks?
It's literally just jutting out and it's like climbing up to the top of this
got it.
pillar.
They're just stone things jutting out of
Yeah.
a column. Okay. Do you guys think maybe the jug and the steps are related? I'm gonna go ahead and touch the jug.
Jug's at the top of the 30-foot climb.
Oh, it's at the top. I
Yes.
didn't realize that. Okay.
Like the stairways lead up to the jug.
All right.
might
I'm
be-
gonna warn everyone, and I'm gonna put 1 foot on the first step.
Nothing happens.
I'd be more
Okay.
concerned about the bones and the bones in the jug. Something
Yeah.
with the
Is there an
bones.
investigation on the bones to see how they died, whether it's from falling from the ceiling or something to do with the stairs?
Go for it. Let's say a heal check.
Heal
Or
check.
medicine.
Yeah, medicine.
12.
15.
You can tell they don't seem to have died from anything. They seem to have been buried here. And they were very ancient. This was most likely a burial chamber.
Maybe not
Alright.
Crusader bones.
No, not Crusader bones.
So with each step I take up the stairs, I'm going to motion everyone to follow, and I'll just go 1 step at a time very cautiously.
Are you going to be inspecting each one as you were before?
Yes.
Or? Okay. On the 3rd step, you notice faint arcane runes.
Okay. And do I detect magic like centered on that?
Yes.
Okay. Can I do an arcana to figure out what specifically?
Go for it.
18?
You can recognize it as a glyph of warding spell, which is you cast it and then you pick a spell, and that spell will go off when it's triggered through some type of trigger command.
Okay. And I'll
Like stepping
tell
on it.
everyone to step like back a bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and step over the glyph.
You can do so. You can step to the next one.
Okay. And am I okay?
Nothing happens.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to just motion everyone to step over the glyph, and I'll continue step by step being super cautious.
Okay. On the 10th step, you notice the same kind of glyph.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to... Do I notice the glyph on the one after that one?
You do not.
Okay, then I'm going to just walk over like before.
Okay, you can do so. You're going to keep going up?
Yeah, same as before, super cautious, all that.
Okay. You keep investigating, and when you go to step on the 17th, you swear you didn't see one, but when you step on it, you hear a crack of lightning, and roll me a dex save.
Okay, here I go.
Just him or everyone?
Everyone in the room. So, everyone.
Ah, fuck me.
Okay. So,
Damn it.
Jordan and Will did not save. 27 electricity, 13 if you
shit.
saved.
Wait, how much?
27 or 13 if you
Okay.
saved.
I'm out of my spider form. I
I'm
took
dead.
10 damage.
I'm KO'd again.
I think Jordan is as well.
I'm at -8. I'm not
Okay,
dead.
so you're not dead, so just back to
You
zero.
did 13, so I'm at -5.
And so you're not dead, so you're back to 0.
I'm gonna sigh and start medicining, hopefully trying to save these guys.
Can I replicate the steps that
No.
Jordan took to get to his body to medicine him?
You can, yes.
How, will that take a turn?
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
no chance for them to die, so go ahead and roll medicine.
Medicine.
Alright, well,
13 on medicine.
13 will stabilize him.
5 did not.
I'll pop out one of my potions and go tooth for a tooth, buddy, and then drop it onto him.
Not open it and feed it to him. Just drop it on him.
You just drop the whole.
Yeah,
potion
just put on my chest.
I'm not very good at potions. I don't know how they work.
Okay, so you can heal them all. 2d8 plus 2. Or 2d4 plus 2, sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
So I'm not stabilized.
7 health.
Better.
Nah.
Thank you.
So go ahead and roll me one. Although if Xerax wants to try, he can. So that's 1 towards stabilization.
Yeah, I'll pop a potion on you.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 2, and he'll wake up.
So how many steps are left?
So go ahead.
There are
go ahead
30
and roll a
steps.
potion.
That was step 17. The glyph is no longer there. So you've got 13 left. And at this point, you've triggered the trap. You can kind of be very careful. You know what to look for. You're not going to get caught again.
Yeah, I'm going to continue being super cautious. Even
There's only
more
one
so
left.
now.
It's
My
on step
resolve pulls through.
23. So it was 3, 10, 17, and 23. 17 has been triggered.
Okay.
And 17, 23. Okay. Wait a second. Hold on. Those came up in metrics of 7, but the last one was in 6.
Exactly. Wizards just wanted to fuck with you.
I'm gonna motion everybody to leave the room for a second. So the warlock's got this. I healed him.
Oh, I see.
Oh, so.
I was.
All right. You going to grab the
Oh,
jug?
hey, Jacob, don't forget to roll your potion.
Oh, yeah, the 2d4 plus 2 to heal him. You get to roll that to see how much he heals.
Yeah, and I don't trust my own luck.
It was
Okay,
Jacob's
8.
potion. Go ahead
Much
and roll 2d4
better.
plus 2.
That was
Okay.
as much as my 2 cures.
Okay, so...
All right, so
I,
you can make it up to the jug. You're at the 30.
The jug a bit more.
Go for it.
This is really cool, because now we don't know what's happening to Jordan.
21.
21.
Be right back.
There seems to be some kind of mechanism under this. It seems to be magical in nature. It's not mechanical.
Is there a rune underneath, or
No,
Oh,
it's
God,
just
there's
there's magic
beautiful
underneath.
can I peer inside the jug?
It is empty.
It's empty, but it's conjuration. Okay, so I'm gonna just touch the jug.
When you hold it in your hands, you can tell it's magical, but you can't tell what the magic is. That takes a check or
I thought it was
a
conjuration.
short rest. Well, no, like it is a magical item. You know that. You don't know what the magic is until you take a short rest with it or you cast Identify.
Gotcha. Okay. And I don't have that. All right. So, but like, okay. So,
But
holding
there's
my
still,
hands-
it is magical and there's magic underneath it. So that's when you go to like touch it, you tell it's magical, but you don't know what it does.
But there is something underneath it. It
Yes. It's
Can
tied
I-
to something.
does detect magic tell me what kind of magic is underneath the jug?
Evocation.
That's like some no, that's
Blasting
not something.
spells.
Blasting spells, right? Okay. So I'm not gonna pick up the jug. I'm then going to proceed down the steps. All too well knowing that the
You can avoid
the
the,
steps
yeah.
are 3, 10, 17, 23. And then I'm gonna go out and mention, all right, so there's clearly something underneath the jug. It's evocation magic. I think what we could try doing is, well, no, it's mechanical.
I'm gonna yell, pick it up, you wussy!
He's in front of you.
Is he? I can't see him.
Oh,
Yeah,
he said he was
sorry.
going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we should have someone with good reflexes do the switch.
Like Ram Dram.
Yes, like
The person who's been
Ram
knocked out
Dram.
twice.
I
You know, if he
mean,
gets
I
knocked
went
out
right-
one more time, he just dies immediately, right? He doesn't
Not sure.
actually. I'm just.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like this is PUBG rules or something. He bleeds out faster. I have a holy word prepared, or a healing word. So if he
I'll
gets knocked out
sigh,
on the way down, I
drink a
can shoot one
potion.
at him.
Prepared holy word. Get back up, soldier.
5. Okay, that will have to be enough. I'll go and do it.
You have to get down 30 feet of stairs and then out of the room. So there's that. but-
I tell everyone which steps are the bad steps.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're gonna go up there, Ron, and grab it?
Yep.
I'll be at the edge of the door waiting for your I got shoved.
Well, I'm just kind of positioning people where
Give
they're
me
gonna
the-
be. So
yeah,
at the
give me
top,
a
you
chunk
grab it,
first,
and
and
as
then I'll-
soon as you pick it up, the ceiling starts collapsing and the bricks start falling.
All right.
Give me dex saves. Well, a dex save first. Okay.
Do I need to roll one too, or?
12 bludgeoning damage as you get beamed in the head.
Well, I'm down.
Okay, so he's knocked unconscious.
Is he knocked unconscious at the top?
Yes.
God damn it!
Well, you know which steps are the dangerous steps.
As the ceiling is collapsing around us.
Yes. To be fair, Will, you can always run to the room, holy word him, and then run out.
I'm gonna go like, hey, you, get up.
That's the
D4
healing
plus
word.
2.
Get up.
4 HP.
Okay.
All right.
I'm out of here.
Okay, so you can move your turn, Ron.
35 feet.
You
No,
get
standing
half
up takes
movement.
half.
With standing up takes half, and then the jug is heavy enough that you can only move at half speed.
Oh no.
But can I make a dash action?
You can.
Okay. So 35 minus, or divide by 2.
Let's just say 20.
All right.
Yeah. Theoretically, you could fall down the stairs, get knocked out again, and I can hit you with another holy word.
And risk breaking
Or
the
the healing
jug.
word.
Either way, I make it 20 feet. That's all I can do.
Okay. We're about here. One more dex
Although
save.
I can, I guess, spend a key point to get dodge for the next attack that hits me.
I'd give you advantage on dex if you did that, as you dodge the
Alright.
bricks. Alright, give me an advantage
Actually,
dex
one
save.
second. Let me think real quick.
I don't think you have evasion yet, but you do eventually get it. I know that for certain.
That's not the one I was thinking of, but that is also true. I do get it. I was thinking actually something else. Let me see. So I could use a bonus action to make it. Okay, never mind. And your jump distance is double. Okay, I don't care about that shit. Okay, whatever. So I guess I'll make an advantage to dex roll.
Go for it.
Wow.
A 12 will just barely avoid the bricks, and so you can make it out with the jug. At which point, you can put it into a sack or something to negate
I'll
the half
take the
speed.
jug and put it in a sack.
Taking it out of the man's hands after he
Yeah,
fucking
seriously.
got
Yeah,
bricks.
This is
That's
literally
how
Indiana
Aldo is.
Jones. This is give me the idol.
You served your purpose, and now I will take it.
Don't worry, Ron. He's gonna get spiked later on in like 3 minutes.
I just imagine that the
Alright, so you've got the
response I
jug.
would have would just be push him into the pit, but nah.
Is knowing about the jug quick, or should we just leave that for Monday?
It is after a short rest, and also if you're going to leave, something is going to happen. You can get past, and I'm assuming you guys all leave.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah, where is-
boulder.
There it is. No boulder. But as you leave, a shrill voice cries out, "See, I told you they would get the treasure. Take it from them." And you see a bunch of
Oh God!
little things.
Pygmies.
No, you can roll a knowledge.
Okay.
Oh,
kind of knowledge?
What knowledge?
Is there a local? I don't think there is. I think it would just be
history.
knowledge.
History,
int.
Arcana, Nature.
Int 15.
I'd say
Investigation, maybe.
yeah, int check. That's enough. These are goblins, and goblins in Chult like to wear masks.
Oh right, the feral ones.
Yes. And so you see 7 goblins, one of which is clearly the leader based on his impressive mask, but they're kind of cackling to each other, "Kill them, take their things."
Are they speaking in
Take
Goblin?
your things.
You guys want to do a combat real quick, or?
I
I'm
can
down.
break a few spines.
Okay, so we're gonna go into initiative then. Finish this up real fast.
Do we?
You know, now that we said that, this is gonna take like 45 minutes as people
Yep.
keep getting dropped and brought back up and
Yeah.
not being able to hit
Yeah.
goblins and. Well, so if it comes down to it, we can just pause the combat mid-fight if we really need to
All
go.
right.
Can you
Go
open
ahead
the
and
turn
bring up
order?
the
Yes.
initiative table.
There it is. Go ahead and roll.
No, I already rolled, but
I guess I just can't. The game just doesn't want me to have initiative. Oh.
I
It's
wasn't in the
adding
turn
people
order yet, so that's
onto
probably
it.
why for me.
No,
I got a
there are 2
16.
Gram Drams now.
Oh.
I got
There
a
are 2
16, so I'm
Yeldrins.
gonna roll it again to see if I get on.
there
No
we go.
valid token was selected.
Yeah,
That
mine
should be
said
a
that as
10.
well.
It might be you like click on your token and then click initiative or something, or I don't know.
Take a look.
Well, no, I did it when there wasn't an initiative order.
Yeah, that's how it works. You have to click
Oh,
on
okay,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so I got a 16.
Okay, I'm just gonna start
Okay,
deleting from
now
the
I'm
top
there,
until
but
I
got
get
a
to you
19,
guys.
So I'm putting that down.
I'm not
Okay.
allowed to change my initiative, apparently.
You probably were
What did
trying
you
to
get?
change it when
It's
one of us
probably an
started.
anti-cheat
It's 7
measure. I got
or-
a 16.
16, okay. Yeldrin, what'd you get?
I got an 8.
8, so that's right. Avdol,
19.
19, okay. Now I just need Gramdram and
I had a 10, and you had my entry there, and you deleted it.
there were a lot of people showing up multiple times, so I was
Okay.
just deleting down the list. Xerax, have you rolled?
21.
21, okay. I'll roll for them. Let me
Does that
pull up
20 get you
there.
anything on initiative, or no?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Righteous. Okay, I've got them both pulled up. Okay, so this is the nice mask one. It's a 6. And then the regular ones, it's a 21.
Wow.
Xerax, what's your bonus? The dex?
For Dex, 1.
1. The goblins will go first because they have a higher initiative. They're going to go. So each of them are going to cackle and pull out short bows and start shooting at people.
Ah.
So there are 6 of them. So there's going to be 1 shot on each of you and an extra shot on Xerax.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
goblins
luck of the
love
draw.
killing dragons.
So, starting at the front, looks like we're going to start with Gramdram. An 8.
No.
Abdal, 15
Yeah.
for 7 damage.
Ah, no!
I don't
He's down.
believe it.
I'm at exactly 0.
All right, you're
God
dropped.
damn it.
Halstad, an 18 for
Come
5.
on, man. I'm still up.
Yeldrin,
I was gonna
7.
heal myself
Nope.
for my turn,
Xerax,
but
19.
We should have taken a full
For
rest
3.
in there.
And then 22 for 4, so 7 total. Xerax, you're up.
You may want to delay until me. I'm going to try to entangle them.
Do you wish to do that?
Sorry, what?
So Will wants you to delay until after him, so he can drop an entangle to try and
Sure.
tie some of them up. So same thing with you, Abdal. Well, actually, you don't get to choose. Roll me
yeah,
a
no,
save.
I have to roll a death save.
Can I delay
16?
my death?
So that's 1. Halstead, you're up.
Okay.
This
so I
one's
have two
save.
I have 2 spells left, so I'll drop the entangle,
Okay.
like so.
Sure. Catches those 5, so they make dex saves. DC 13?
Strength saves.
Strength
Strength
saves.
saves.
DC 13?
DC 13.
Okay. Clockwise, starting from about, what's that, 11?
Yeah.
Succeed, succeed, succeed,
Wow.
fail, fail. So 2 are entangled.
The bottom two. I
At a
believe.
Yes.
-1 to strength? What the hell? I guess that's about right. And as my last spell is a bonus, I'm going to put a healing word on Avdol.
Okay.
So that's all of my spells.
You still got cantrips.
I do. So 3 health. Use it wisely.
Okay. Now, Xerax, you can go.
Is it a bonus action to chug a potion real quick?
It is an action, so you can use your turn to drink a potion if you want.
But he can also move, right?
You can move, yeah.
I forget.
Just gonna move a little farther back.
Getting into melee with ranged weapons.
Nothing bad happens to them.
If they try and attack with their ranged weapon, they'll take disadvantage, but they can easily just draw their scimitars they have on their
Right, yeah.
sides.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta chug a potion so I don't fucking die to sticks and bows.
All right, so 2d4 plus 2, and I think that's your last one. Oh, no. You
No,
still have
he has
one
one
more.
more.
Yeah.
I'm on my last potion though.
5 HP.
All
You
right.
know, that's a lot of them are tied up, and these ones are most likely going to try and escape from the horrid plant entanglement.
Mhm.
So Gramdram, unless you want to move Xerax, you can move forward if you want. Also, you can do something else that your class is well known for to not die.
Rawr.
And that's
Upon finishing drinking my potion, I would like to
Just crush the bottle and go into frenzy.
Yeah, I would like to crush the bottle into my hands and use the pain of the glass in my hands. I'm not taking damage from to go into rage and move.
you wipe some potion off of your mouth
Yes.
angrily.
All right, so you're enraged. Do you want to move forward?
This is
I
what
do-
I
I do
imagine
wanna
is
move
happening.
Okay. Okay. If you go there, you'll start having to make the saves, but you can go like here or here.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay,
Bottom of the stairs.
perfect. Gramdram. Skipped you.
Right. First question. 1, is the platform we're on raised at all?
Yes, you are 10 feet up.
10 feet up, okay. That doesn't actually give us any height advantage, though.
No.
We have the high ground, though.
If you go back, like to where Will is, you won't be able to get shot. But where he was before was just barely. I probably should have given them disadvantage for that, but
Neither here nor there.
from now
I mean,
on.
maybe
yeah.
coming forward, we can do
Yeah.
Anyway, I am going to chug a potion.
Okay.
That's more like it. I'm at full.
Okay.
That's actually no.
The fact
I'm
that
at 16.
8 makes you at full.
It was a 12.
Actually, I leveled, so I have 16 health now.
Oh, okay. You were still
Well, actually,
up.
I have 19 full, but 16.
Are you going to
health.
move
That's
anywhere?
Yes, I am going to take it the other side of the stairs.
Okay. Yeldrin.
9 help. Nice.
The potion turn.
Then I'm gonna move over to here.
Sure. 10 feet up. The boss is going to yell out, "Why are you getting caught? Work better." And he's going to take out one of the javelins at his side and chuck it at the big angry man because he is frightening.
Yes.
Also,
Getting a
also
17 to
goblin
hit,
out.
which does 0 damage.
It bounces off.
It's where is it?
I'm even more scary than you think.
All right, the goblins are going to go, and they're going to kind of try and escape this horrid entanglement. And these two are going to have to make a check to escape.
Nope.
One
Yes.
will, but that is his turn. And this one is still caught. But he's going to move out of it, but he won't take any other action as he gets his bearings. And this one's going to move here. And so
Oh,
we're
there's
going to have...
another one over at the tent. Okay.
Yes.
I think I have a line of sight blocker on it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't notice that until earlier
Well,
either.
it's gone out of vision. Well,
Fair
not
enough.
anymore, but... Oh, is there?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's on the tent. That was a mistake. But, so... Looks like
have any
one
AoE?
scythe, or scimitar, each on Gramdram and Xerax. So we're going to do that real fast.
Why you gotta be? I yell at them and go, "Why you gotta be like that?"
Apparently got rid of the goblin page.
Lol, cuz fam.
Why you gotta be so rude? Who's the where?
Goblins attacking Gramdram.
Oh, okay.
Rolling
Goblin
up,
on
sorry.
goblin combat.
Yes, but I'm
8.
kidding. Yes, but oh.
Where is the love?
And then on
8.
Xerax, crit!
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
A double crit, apparently, but you take 4
Massive
reduced to
damage.
2.
No matter what.
I yell in goblin because I actually know goblin.
You know
Bring it,
goblin.
you tiny worms!
Wait, and I was looking at go. You know goblin?
He's very cultured.
Where are you going?
No,
And then 1 bow on Yeldrin.
I've lived out in these jungles.
11.
Of course,
Nah.
I've met freaking
Okay.
feral
Abdal.
goblins.
Okay.
Feral goblins don't
You may want to
talk at
stand up,
all.
Abdal.
This is so confusing.
So wait, I saw Jacob a second ago down here, but now is he in
He
front of me
moved.
or
He's in front of
No,
you.
he's in front of you. He always has been.
he always
Yeah,
was?
we had a desync, I believe.
Gotcha. Okay, so question. Yeah, you know what?
Answer.
I'm good where I am, I guess.
You have to
I'll
stand
go
up.
ahead and chug one of my potions.
You can do that whilst prone. That's fine.
You
I'm
can do it
prone?
alcoholic style.
2d4 plus 2.
Oh
You
right,
got-
I
you
got
got
knocked
dropped.
down. So I will stand up
half your
and
movement.
drink my potion.
Okay. Remember, while you're prone, you take disadvantage from ranged
Nice.
attacks. So, although
Oh,
10
that's-
HP means you probably won't go down.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that is Halstad.
I'm going to yell, "Behold the Druid's Wrath," and I'm going to shuffle up here. Throw a
Behold the
stone
Druid's
at
wrath.
this one.
Shuffle.
Okay, roll to hit.
It's a magic stone.
It is.
Because I did
Of
magic
course
stone.
it is. Whatever you say, dear.
13 to hit.
A 13 will miss.
And
As
I will
it,
go, "You have beheld the Druid's Wrath," and I will shuffle back.
of course. Xerax.
I'm going to take a wild, rage-filled swing at the goblin directly next to me.
All right. Are you frenzying or are you?
I don't think I have frenzy yet.
Oh no, you don't. You have reckless swing. So do you want a reckless swing?
But that gives him advantage over me.
Yes, it does. So you get
Wants to
advantage,
do it.
but they get advantage. Trade off.
How long are the vines there, Will?
Like a minute.
Concentration, it's up to an hour.
Oh, an hour. Okay.
Am I still raged?
You are raged until a turn goes by that you don't get hit or try and hit something.
Awesome.
I think there might be like a 3-minute duration, but that's like 18
The way rage
rounds.
works is it's one use is a minute
Oh.
long.
Oh, a
and
minute.
then
Okay.
It's active until you get knocked out.
So apparently I can shape twice, so I know what I'm gonna do on my next turn.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'll do a reckless attack.
Reckless attack? Okay. So you get advantage on this, so go ahead and click the advantage and go. A 16 will most certainly hit. Click that damage. Did you add, is this a raging swing? Because you add 2 damage to your rage damage.
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't really matter because even with the base damage, you slice him in half. And he dies.
Just so that
Gram.
Just so that we're clear, when he's sliced in half, he's pretty dead.
Yes, slice in half generally implies death unless ooze.
Tell me, little Cramdrum, have you seen the insides of your kind before?
I got cut once. Does
I
that
must
count?
study these later.
Ugh.
Speaking of, it's my turn.
Yes.
I'm going to see what that looks like right now. Double attack.
Alright, roll.
Double attack with a short sword.
13 will miss.
Shit. Yeah, okay.
A 19 will hit.
And since I have 2-weapon fighting as my fighting style, I do full damage on this.
Yes. 9 damage will cut his head off in a
I
single
want to
swing.
teach him what a dwarven drop bear was.
Drop bear attack.
Is it when
All right,
the
Yeldrin,
dwarf
you're
druid
up.
drops himself as a bear on them?
No, it's pretty much me gonna just jump down and punch the guy.
Yeah, I know.
It is your turn, Yeldrin.
What
So
do you
I'm gonna go over here
Sure.
and attack this one.
Go
Does
for
that
it.
put him in the vines?
Edge of the
No,
vines,
you
I
have to
think.
be fully into it.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't work.
Name
Arm,
this. Unarmed.
Wow, you gotta.
Yeah, just one arm, unarmed.
Just one
Hey,
arm.
there we go.
That will hit.
For 3 bludgeoning.
3. You punch him squarely in the mask, and you see blood underneath, but he remains standing.
And then I'm going to give myself an attack. Any attacks on me now for the next turn will have disadvantage.
Okay, is that a key
And
point
that's my
thing?
last key
or?
point.
Okay. The boss is going to go, and upon seeing his javelin kind of do nothing, he's going to freak out, go behind here, and he disappears.
I can still kind of see him.
Well, like, he's rolling something as a bonus action.
We can
What's everyone's
still
passive
see.
perception?
13.
14.
11.
You see him try and sneakily head to here and then throw a javelin at Yeldrin. He's not very good at it, though. And you said he has disadvantage, correct?
Yep,
He gets a 14 to hit you.
that misses.
Okay, so
We
You
can
avoid.
still
Javelins are
see
not
ya, you
crazy,
daft
are they?
git.
You've been rolling ones all day, haven't you?
he got a 10. It's just everyone's passive perception is 10 because you don't tank any stats in this
No,
system.
for the javelin.
Oh, for the javelin. He rolled. Oh, the damage. Yeah, he sucks, but his roll to hit wasn't too bad for disadvantage. All right, so to break free from the entanglement, will not. This one over here will do the same thing as his buddy. Whoops. But, so he's going to get to here and then unleash an attack that Graham Dram could not see coming. And get advantage on him. Getting a 13 to hit you.
That will still miss.
All right, that'll miss.
Actually, sorry, looking at it. No, that hits. That ties.
Okay, so you take 6 damage.
Ow.
And then Yeldrin is going to get 2 scimitars as they don't notice his defensive stance. So disadvantage on both of these. So 9 and 5, which is a nat 1. Those will both miss. So now we go to Abdal.
Okay. Yeldrin, which are you going to be attacking? The one in front or the one just below you?
The one in front of him has been wounded already.
Okay.
There's
yeah.
that.
So this one here, I am, as a bonus action, going to cast a Hex on it.
Okay, so that means he takes an extra d6, correct?
Whenever I hit
You hit him,
this.
yeah.
And then if it does go down, or you know what? Here. Bada boom.
That? Oh,
it's
nice.
Just, that's the
Okay.
description of Hex. But
Gotcha.
anyways, and for my action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Hey, what ability check are you choosing?
Oh, you're right. Thank you.
You've only ever really seen them use dex save, or dex checks, so... And they've
Yeah,
done that for
is
stealth.
true. Yeah,
And it is strength for
I'll
the
say Dex.
entangles.
He's
Or-
not targeting one in the entangled, though.
Yeah, it's not in
see.
the entangled. But when it moves to a new creature, I believe I can change it to a different save. So for this one, I'll say Dex. And then I'm gonna strike it.
No,
with
choose
the
one
Hex.
ability when you cast the spell, so it's always going to be dex.
You're right. Yeah, I think they're gonna avoid the entanglement pretty well. So I'll say Dex.
All right, so go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. 15?
15 will just barely hit him, avoiding his shield.
1.
One,
and
and
an
then-
extra D6 necrotic.
Yes.
4.
5. That will bring him down as the hex
All right.
seems to consume his life.
And then I'll go ahead and have the Hex. Or no, sorry, that's subsequent turn. So never mind.
Okay, Halstead.
I will yell once more, "Behold the rage of the druid," and I'm going to turn into a lion.
That's large, right?
Yes, it is large. So this is going to be some really interesting movement.
All right.
This is going to go 5, and then can it squeeze past Abdul?
Yeah, I'd say so. You can
So
move over
now that
there.
it's moved 10 feet, it's going to leap.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay.
going to leap 25 feet and go over
Okay.
here and continue moving. Now my question is, does this count as forward movement in a straight line?
I'd say you can, yes. You can pounce him.
Okay. So I will
You pounce on
this guy.
the boss goblin.
Yeah, so let's well it'll let's see, the pounce is
You have to roll to hit now, and if you do hit, I think you get to
Yes.
do a claw.
no, what happens is it's a claw.
Oh, and then
I
if you
don't, I don't have multi-attacks. I have to make a claw. If it hits, he has to make a DC 13 strength or get knocked down, and if he misses that, I get to bite him.
Okay,
as a
so if he
bonus action.
fails, you get to okay.
Yeah, so here's the claw.
Go for it.
18.
18 will hit,
Make a
avoiding
DC
his chain
13
cert.
strength.
Oh boy. 3. So he's knocked prone.
So let me do the claw damage first.
Sure.
8 damage.
That tears into him through his chain shirt.
Here comes the jugular bite. 21 to hit.
He's knocked prone. You get advantage on this.
Oh, so okay.
So no
21.
crit, but that does hit.
Yep. 1d8 plus 3. 6 damage.
6 damage. You take a big old bite out of him, and he's pretty bloodied, but he's not down just yet. He's still got a
Anything
little bit of
doesn't hurt
fight in
him, does
him. It does not.
Right.
Xerax. He's gonna rush that goblin and halberd it.
I did not like him attacking who I have decided right now is my little buddy. So I'm gonna go charge him.
Can he charge through me?
There is no charge in
Yeah,
this.
there's
He
no
just
standing
walks up and yeah. Technically, there's a feat that allows you to essentially charge. It's if you move up to 10 feet, you get an advantage to attack,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
But you just walk up and hit him.
I will casually stroll
Leon stride.
and take a big old giant swing at his head.
Are you going to recklessly swing?
Sure. What do I have to lose?
All
You know
right,
what?
so
Let's treat
advantage.
ourselves. Let's recklessly swing.
23 will
Oh,
absolutely hit.
yeah.
13, so
Ooh.
15
Hey-o!
damage.
4.
You kill him. You don't get the option to leave him alive.
Breathing is not an option for you.
All right, so you destroyed that goblin. So Gramdram, it is your turn.
All right, so not to be outdone, I
By the
am
literal
going-
lion and the literal demon man.
So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15,
Oh, are we gonna have a captive? Is this our plan?
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
throw. I'm gonna throw and I'm gonna start calling my orb of discord on this goblin right in front of me,
Okay.
which is actually my hunter's mark.
Okay. Yeah, that's like you do an extra D8, I think.
6.
Is
So we'll
it
check that.
concentration? Concentration up. Oh, so it's hex, except you
Yeah.
get to track
Yeah, basically.
it.
But it also deals an extra d6, which is pretty.
Well,
sweet.
hex does
So,
too, but yeah.
Yeah.
So he has a
Short
hex and a
sword.
friggin'
17.
And a mark.
17 will hit him.
And
5
then
damage. You cut him, and he's bleeding horribly, but he's still alive.
plus the extra 5 damage.
Oh, that kills him.
Not to be outdone. Let's
Your
see what
mark
that was.
leads you
God.
to his jugular, and you just
All right, so I went
cut his throat ear to
5,
ear.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Not enough to get the other guy. I can't use my multi-attack, switch out for a bow, and then shoot the other
No.
guy, right? All right. So in that case, what is the save for being entangled strength?
Strength DC 13.
13.
Not gonna chance it.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, worst case, he's
Seriously?
entangled too.
This goblin has had the worst day of his life.
I don't know. I think that'd be the one that got literally eviscerated by a halberd. Like,
To
I
be
imagine
fair,
just
his
kind of got
day
run
didn't
through and
technically
shook.
end.
Ooh.
We could argue the one currently being
Yeah,
eaten
hell
by
of
the
it.
lion is having a bad day.
Anyways, how are you going to end your turn?
20, 25, rolling strength.
You know, you roll it at end of turn, but
Just, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can roll to hit,
okay.
and then...
In that case, this goblin's getting a stab in the gut.
Wait, I thought we were gonna have him as a prisoner.
Oh, we are? Okay, never mind then. Fuck that.
I mean, you can always knock him unconscious.
Oh,
unless
I'll bonk
you
him-
do
I'll bonk him on
enough
the
to
head. I
kill
think we get advantage
him.
on this, right?
I don't think you get advantage on entangled things.
No,
It's
he just has to keep
yeah.
using his actions.
So it's just a regular hit.
All right, in that case, short sword. Nope.
Yep, that'll miss.
And then strength will probably get me entangled.
You never know. Yes.
Yes.
Yeldrin.
Flap.
Gonna go to this guy and just tell him, just stay down and just punch him once.
Right? Roll with advantage.
Possibly more than once.
We tried to get between the lion and its prey.
You mean meow
22 to
meow
hit?
meow meow?
That'll hit.
4 damage.
Okay. He's still conscious.
Then another punch.
Jesus.
No.
A 9 will miss. Now his turn's gonna come. He's gonna stand up unsteadily, disengage as a free action, and just jump into the water.
I can see him,
You
right?
don't say.
This is movement 30, eh?
30, eh?
30, eh?
30, eh?
When he gets to there, however,
Oh my
Piranha.
God.
Crocodile's
Dragon
gonna
turtle.
eat him.
Dragon
I
turtle.
was hoping.
something snaps at him, but seems to miss. But he is freaking out and is
It's
like,
his grandmother. She's pissed.
You hear a
Panicking.
mysterious ticking noise.
Abdal, your turn.
Snape. Okay.
There,
Well, so much for hexing.
Oh, right.
I'll
Well,
go ahead
first,
and
technically, the goblin does not break free.
Okay.
Poor guy.
I'm gonna go ahead and, as a bonus,
Hey, man,
have
I'm here
my
with
current hex.
Oh, I'm
transfer
sorry.
Over to new
That
goblin
was his
here.
move. He actually goes further. He's like off the map. He had 30 more movement. He double moved because he disengaged as a bonus action.
Is the swim speed really that high?
It's 30 feet. Disengage is a bonus action because he's a goblin.
But is he swimming
then-
that fast?
That is more. He ran up the coast, then jumped in over here.
Fair enough.
Okay, so my hex is moving to the last goblin and making sure not to kill him. I'll cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
You do it with
That
magic?
Stay farther away.
That'll hit.
3.
And then the hex.
1 sec. 2.
He is still alive.
Wow.
But only just.
Halstead.
No, I shouldn't do this. The
You
blood
know,
fury.
You can see under the water some form of very large crocodile is going for him right now.
Crocodile.
Yeah. Like I
Is
said.
it as big as me?
Yes. You can tell he's probably not going to survive the water.
Shifting out is shifting out a
I think it's a bonus.
bonus?
Yeah, so you can shift out and throw a stone at that guy.
I don't know. Magic stone's a bonus.
Magic Stone enchants 3 stones, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
This is gonna be so.
Yeah, 1 to 3 pebbles.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna run. This thing has a 50 feet movement, so I'm gonna go up to there.
Oh, I see what you're going to do.
Shape out and throw a pebble at him.
All right, roll to hit. +5.
Yeah. What do you want?
You hit.
Oh my god.
6
D6.
damage.
He falls unconscious, and the giant beast snaps him up.
I'll yell victory!
The might of a
The blood
druid.
spreads on the surface of the river.
I'm medium again, by the way.
Yeah.
We should also probably not sail off anytime soon.
Xerax. And we can just kind of assume you knock out this goblin, and
Yeah.
that should be where we
Yeah.
call it, because we
Alright.
went pretty
Yeah.
over, but that was
Yeah.
fun.
Do you want to do XP then before we
Yeah, sure. So that was 7 regular and him. So,
Also, did we get any experience for the trap?
no, there's no actual trap experience in this. 137.5. And also, I'm assuming you guys are going to rest, or short rest, or something here.
Yeah, so it's 721.25.
And if you spend a short rest figuring out the jug, you can identify it as an alchemy jug.
Ooh.
Oh.
It doesn't need
Alchemists.
attunement. So the way it works is you essentially just... Oh, I see. You use an action and name a liquid to cause the jug to produce the chosen liquid, and then you can uncork the jug as an action and pour that liquid out up to 2 gallons per minute. The maximum amount of liquid the jug can produce depends on the liquid you named. You can name acid, max amount 8 ounces, a basic poison, 1/2 ounce, beer, 4 gallons, honey, 1 gallon, mayonnaise, 2 gallons, oil, 1 quart, vinegar, 2 gallons,
Ate the man.
fresh water, 8 gallons, salt
Wow.
water, 12 gallons, and wine for 1 gallon. So that is able to sustain you all indefinitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, cool.
1 sec, I got some.
Unless you
that
go
just
for
kinda
the
reminds me of this.
mayonnaise.
In which case, you better brought some sandwiches. I desperately need mayo.
1 second.
Yeah.
We
needed
just-
it.
We're just log resting one day and we
There
see
we go.
Graham Dram just covered in mayo.
It is a lot. 2 gallons of mayonnaise is...
Seriously, that's a tub. Like we're into bucket territory with that.
Now the question is, how much do you think Chult values mayonnaise?
How much do they value
It's
beer?
clearly exotic. A delicacy.
We could
Eggs and
yeah, we could-
oil, right.
We could have an extremely small production brewery.
Hey,
Anyways.
craft brewery.
I think this is a good time to end it.
Yeah.
That was fun. We're
Fantastic.
pretty well
What was
over, but...
So what was the really simple thing about the trap?
Oh, yes. So you were supposed to find out that this is a temple to the man in crocodile. So to bypass it, you take the form of the statue and walk through, which literally means one of you piggybacks on the other's shoulders. And that bypasses almost every trap, and then you're high enough to see the door from here, so you know which ones to do.
Oh.
We're dwarves.
Oh.
Oh yes.
So we'd have
three
to
of us.
triple up.
We have to
Qualify.
triple up.
Well, no. Clearly, one of you guys needed to carry me on your backs because I
Yes.
look like a crocodile.
Yeah, that would be extra high.
It's true.
Fair enough. All right, guys. I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, that
Yep,
was.
see you all
Yeah,
Monday.
that was awesome.
User
Have a good one.
disconnected from your channel.
All right,
Actually,
everyone
I
have a
just
good night.
realized
We'll be
something.
continuing this on Monday at 8 p.m.
Yes.
Hopefully it was fun to watch. Have a
I
good
hope
night.
so.
Also, by the